Are we streaming proper right now?
We are indeed.
Wow, hello, streaming proper folk.
Good evening, good evening. How's everybody doing?
Hello. Not so bad.
Doing good.
That's good, that's good. I decided to rock the dad sweatshirt tonight. So, you know, I'm just super cozy on a rainy night.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with that.
You got the dad lag going, too.
God damn it. Again?
Yeah. It's very odd hearing you talk when your face is just motionless.
Well, you know, hopefully it'll be nice and haunting. Or better yet, resolve itself.
It caught up.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, well, hopefully, I know we don't have Nat tonight, but hopefully Paul will be able to get on soon. Hey, Jules!
Everyone's waving hello.
Good to see you.
No, you don't.
You're cool and everybody likes you.
They said you're cool and everybody likes you.
It's true.
Yep, fan favorite cameo.
There's a fucking camera. That way.
Where's,
That way.
where's the camera? I wonder if
Even
the
if you
camera
weren't
is the
cool,
giant
you could-
light right there.
Yeah.
Even if you weren't cool, you could totally hang because I'm here.
They can
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey,
We
that
used to
sounds like a
really
Paul.
put cameras in the surgery, but not so much anymore because you know I'm old and decrepit now.
Oh, jeez.
Decrepit.
They don't believe it. Neither do I.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
already doing like the before, after, before, after. Like my skin sags. I'm getting like these jowls and like a chin. Anyway.
I do
Where's
that
that?
too sometimes.
All right.
Because
I love
I'm
you guys.
very
Have a great
vain.
night.
And
Thank you.
I'm an actor, and so I go. Plus, you know, every once in a while, you got to do the hook Peter Pan thing, and you're like, "Oh, there you are, Peter." And if you're not doing that, you're not truly child of the '90s.
Yeah, Matt, just make sure you tell that tell your shield maiden that she's gorgeous and she's got nothing to worry about. Okay?
I do daily.
Yep. Yeah. We'll tell her that the rest of the brutes think so as well. So,
It
Yeah.
sometimes just makes me
Pissing into
sad
the wind.
that we have these such beautiful partners who are just wonderful people.
Mhm.
Just fills your heart with warmth and love. And boy, if telling them that doesn't seem to do anything, but if it's a negative comment, the negative comment will stay with them forever. But hey, you make
It's
everything
called
in this
survival
world
mechanism.
light up. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Hey, Dave, good to see you, man. Thank you for scrolling by.
You forget a compliment once, nothing really happens. You forget a deadly plant, you're dead.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
Paul, I need you to go.
Hey, I see Nat's watching the stream.
Yeah, I think Nat's might. So I'm in San Diego for work, but I think Nat had a long day. I think she might not be joining us.
That's okay.
She said
No, I
something about
understand.
solo parenting. What's that all about?
Well,
Did you
our
abduct
boy,
a child?
our fur baby, our big
Oh, okay.
our big baby Ren,
Oh yeah, the big pupper.
our 90-pound greyhound.
Damn, that's big. That's big for
Yeah.
a dog. Yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
Rottweiler. He'd be like 140 pounds. It's
I mean,
like-
that's true.
But-
Yep. And he'd be torn between loving you forever and eating your face because he loves you forever. You know? So, yeah. Like Bailey. Bailey is only 17 pounds, but is absolutely insistent on loving me at every opportunity. But for about 5 to 10 minutes every night, he has to murder me under any circumstances whatsoever.
Oh,
So
no, shit.
Yeah, no, we have a game that we play. He'll start chewing on the television or chasing Miranda or whatever if he gets bored. So then I have to get up and I have to chase after him, waving my hands around, and he'll run up onto these cat shelves we've got built in our living room that are just anchored to the wall. He'll get up on the highest one, and then I have to go after him, and he swats at me like he's King Kong, and we'll wrestle like that for a while. So he has to have it every night.
May I make 2 suggestions?
Yes.
1, never say wrestle again. And 2, get a
Okay.
glove.
Oh, yeah, no, he chews right through the fucking gloves. I'd rather just... My hand will heal. The gloves will be ruined.
Get like one of those like
construction gloves. That's what I used with Draco.
You know, Anton, if there's a great glove, I think you need to get it for Greg, considering all the hours of love and attention. You know, in the same way that when you destroyed his beautiful rare Grogu.
No, don't worry about
You immediately hopped to it and found a replacement.
No, it's okay. I have gloves in my lighting kit. They're just like they're the not neoprene. What is the? It's got like a rubber coating on it that I don't want them to ruin. But I do have leather work gloves at the theater. I should go down and get
you a hawking glove.
Yeah,
right?
Just imagine, I mean, that's like, he's over with like a falconry.
Jen was like, "You need a fucking falcon glove." Because he'll go for the hand, but then if I let it slip, he'll go right after the wrist, and he actually tagged me a little bit the other night. You know,
like a welding glove.
Yeah, no shit, no, because he's vicious. Like and then but we'll play around with like that for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then he'll be done for the night, and then he's like Mr. Well Behaved, and I love you. So you know.
I think instead you should get a power glove, so that way you can assert your dominance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's so bad.
Yeah.
That's a joke for only the people who've seen The Wizard.
Oh my god. I know I've seen The Wizard. I mean I saw it 30 years ago, but I loved it as a kid. But I'm sure it's I'm sure it doesn't hold up. So.
Hey, we love trailers now. Like loving a trailer for Super Mario Brothers 3 is not a bad thing.
That's true, right? And yeah, and then I mean I know that motivated me to basically pester my parents until they bought it for me. So it worked, you know. Anyway, how's everybody else been doing this last week?
Well, I dropped $5,000 in the last weekend.
Did you just like lose a bet in Vegas? Like what the fuck happened there?
No, so a friend of mine was coming home with her daughter in the car. And was making a turn, and somebody decided to run a red light and plow right into the side of her car. Okay. So she, this lady, when her family arrived on the scene, was like, "I'm just going to tell everybody that she ran the red light." And fortunately, there were people there to witness her do that, because this woman who ran the red light told the cops that my friend ran the red light. And my friend has now ample witnesses to go and take care of this. Well, in the meantime, this lady's insurance company closed out the case and did all this. It was like, oh no, she's at fault. See, it says it in the police report, done, which is not legal.
Yeah.
And fortunately, my friend is she's a lawyer, so she knows all this stuff and has done a lot of cases like this where people have tried this, and she's kind of like, ooh, you've done this with the wrong person. But in the meantime, she's not a super well-paid person. She does not make a ton of money. And so she's driving around with a rental car and is shelling out $30 a day. Well, I have a car that I basically never use. It's a piece of junk, and its air conditioning doesn't work. And the front passenger side window is a hand crank, and it doesn't work. And I was like, well, I'm going to have a daughter soon, and I can't drive her around in a car that has no air conditioning. So I'll go get the air conditioning fixed and get this hand crank fixed, and then I will just have you loan you my car until you get this whole court case settled. Because I'm not using the car. We just drive my wife's car everywhere.
Yeah.
So I dropped $2,400 on getting my car fixed this weekend. And then
there's
I did
more.
my taxes.
Oh, okay. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
And thanks to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, I've had to pay taxes every single year since 2017. Because now it doesn't matter how much I donate to charity, and every year that my income goes up, I donate a lot more to charity.
Are you paying back a number of years of taxes, or
No. That's just every year. That's how much I end up having to pay is some large amount of money, because the state and local tax deduction is capped at $10,000, and so it doesn't matter how much I do anything with my stuff. It doesn't. I cannot get beyond that, and I have to keep paying extra taxes. And the old way of doing it before 2017 was to do exceptions, and so I would just say no exceptions. Take the maximum amount of tax out. And so that way they always get the right amount of tax. The current way of doing it since 2017 is you have to calculate it numerically. So if I get a raise in the middle of the year, I suddenly have to pay a lot more taxes and don't know how much that's supposed to be.
Yikes.
And that's happened to me every single year since 2017. And so I had to pay $2,600 in taxes.
Well, can't you also voluntarily pay early in?
Well, now I'm going to.
Yeah.
Except it's going to be a little bit less than that because now I'm going to have a kid. And my tiny
You
little
get
tax
all
break
those bennies.
is coming out, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Isn't
go.
that at least like 10K a year in terms of 2K?
Thanks to the stupid Tax Cuts and Jobs Act,
Well,
I have to pay so much money for freaking everything.
No cost for all of the birth fees, etc. At least all that is free because we live in Canada, right? That's.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
So completely unrelated to this, Paul, I need your recommendation for a really good whiskey, but not like so good that I'm going to break the bank.
Anything? It's Coraline from Brooklotti.
There you go.
Well, all right.
Hey.
Okay, well, that was
Hey,
amazing.
Paulie.
Why are
Hey,
we not
Paulie.
sponsored by them?
I was actually going to say, Paul, if you're going to be plugging your product on here, like, we need a kickback. I'm just saying. Bottles are for everybody is fine. I mean, we'll work for product.
We'll talk about it. I just had a very interesting conversation earlier today about how I have no budget for the month of March. So,
Oh, boy. All right.
But anyway, probably best
Well,
to be an offline.
you can plug your whiskey products on our stream with like next to no viewers. So that'd be awesome. I think it'll
I'll
work
be your
out for-
first sale. A friend of mine who enjoys whiskey is celebrating something that is both good and bad simultaneously, and I would like to get that man a bottle of whiskey.
Yes, I would say for that, either go with Classic Lottie, which so this is going to have a lot of wine element to it in terms of basically Brooklotti. Most distilleries have 2 to 5 different types of barrels at rest. Brooklotti has 230. Back when the distillery came back online in 2001, sherry barrels were incredibly expensive, but a lot of the team that brought it back came from the wine merchant industry, and they were buying from all the best vineyards in France and around the world. The blue bottle, that Aqua Brooklotti Blue, is our hallmark style. If they want something really light, then I would do the Brooklotti Isla barley, which is going to run about $10 more. And that is all 100% Isla barley, because Isla is in the Atlantic, gets constant sea salt spray. The barley is affected by that, has a slightly higher salinity, which leads to a light kind of citrus note to it, which is quite delicious. And there's also an awesome spot just outside of Burbank in Glendale called Remedy Liquor. And they have amazing deals. Tell them I sent you. But there's also actually down by you, you guys have High Times. Should be near you. High Times also phenomenal deal. I forget that you're a little bit further away as opposed to. Yeah.
Well, can I get what your first recommendation was from there, or do I need to come straight to you? Because if I do, then I want to know how much it's going to cost.
I am not able to sell, but
Yes.
yeah. But we can also, if we meet up, we'll see. Let's talk.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, I have to give you guys big thanks here real quick before we really get underway. Last week, I DM'd a bachelor party. Guy was getting married on Saturday. His best man threw him his first D&D game on Thursday night. It was one of the horniest dungeons and sessions I've ever run. Pretty hilarious. The party named themselves Phoenix Rising. The puns just went downhill from there.
Shouldn't it have been like Phallus Rising or something?
I mean, well, it was
Phoenix. Okay, gotcha.
It was led by Sir Phoenix, so they.
Oh, I see. Yes,
yeah.
All right.
They had. I mean, this is entirely inappropriate right now for younger audiences. So, but they had adventurers.
All right,
our
pre-K audience, audience, cover your ears.
I'm just putting it out there that I know that I'm saying this because this is broadcasting to the Mastermind channel, and I've got the Mastermind logo in the corner, But they had such brave adventurers as Putin Cider, and then Sir Phoenix, of course, and then who are the other two? I keep forgetting.
I would think you should have left testicles and right testicles.
Right.
Or, excuse me, it'd be testiclides.
Testicleides.
Well, regardless, let me tell you, these guys found me through Google, and apparently they Googled fun things, or best bachelor party Pasadena or something like that, and apparently somehow I was in the results. I don't even know how that works. I'm not asking questions. I'm just nodding and
literally
smiling.
just your number on a bathroom stall. Like,
I mean,
I've been signing you up on a lot of weird websites, Greg. That's finally paying
that
off.
explains a lot
That
of things.
tracks a lot.
Can you please explain that to my wife? Because otherwise, she's got questions lately. But
Mostly, I'm just impressed that you were able to do your burlesque routine and dungeon mastering at the same time.
Well,
that's excellent multitasking, Greg.
I am just saying that I am. When people ask me if I'm a professional dungeon master, I do normally say dice bag, not ball gag. But sometimes you got to bring the extras. So especially when they pay well. But
sometimes just those smash ups.
Yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
you just got to be flexible.
Exactly. Anyhow, but I have to give you guys props because when I asked them how they heard about me, they said that they found the Barrow Maze Facebook page and they found the Barrow Maze website and they watched a couple of minutes of us and they said, "Hey, this DM looks like he knows what the hell he's doing." So they booked me on that. So thank you all. I really, really appreciate it. And speaking of which, we've been shooting the shit for so long. We actually got to get we should actually get underway here if we're gonna if I'm gonna try and kill you all tonight. So with that in mind, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentle thems. My name is DM Greg, and I am your Dungeon Master this evening. Welcome to Tales of the Tortletonis for February 27th, 2023. This is a D&D 5th edition actual play live stream where a party of turtles and their humanoid friend, not at all creating any copyright infringement here based upon any Eastman properties.
Similar, although legally distinct from...
Yes, similar but legally distinct. Go on adventures, and right now they are currently adventuring in hell. If you want, and just like I mentioned before, if you heard my shout out to the bachelor party last week, if you want to book me for a game like this for you, you could do so. Go to secretsofthebarrowmaze.com. There it is. secretsofthebarrowmaze.com. Use the contact form. Smash that contact form button and shoot me an email, and I promise I will get back to you within 5 to 7 business days. I mean, as soon as possible. There is someone who's got an email into me that is outstanding that I promise I will respond to you this evening. Yes, I am available to run games online using Roll20 or in person. I actually have 2 semi-regular in-person games going right now. And then we did have the bachelor party session in Pasadena last week. So I'm available for one-shots, ongoing campaigns, whatever. So that's it for me for the moment. Let's go ahead and introduce tonight's players. Let's go and start with Mr. Anton Ray.
Hey, I'm Anton Ray, and I play Miguelle Tortletoni. I am the youngest of the brothers, and I was born from a cracked shell. I am not so smart. I'm a little slow, but I got a little that natural intuition, a little that wisdom. I'm very religious, I suppose. And I'm a cleric with just got a level ranger, and I'm here to make sure my family's safe and do the dishes and cook some food and stuff. So to make sure everybody's ready to go so they can do the real heroic stuff.
And Miggy, your character is based off of the biker mice from Mars, if I can recall correctly, just vaguely so. Is that right? The biker mice from Mars? That's the thing that we're similar to but legally distinct from, right? I think Casan, isn't your characters based off of the street sharks? I think Paul, you've chosen the Battletoads, I think, probably, yeah.
A legally distinct variation of.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Love it. I love it. Awesome. Okay, and in that case, let's go ahead and actually, Seth, since you jumped in, it's your turn, sir.
Hi, I'm Seth Thygesen, and I'm vaguely concerned that Vicki is not with us. We lose a lot of firepower out of that. But I'm Frankie Tortletoni. I am a level 5 barbarian who is a turtle, as you might have guessed from the name Tortletoni. And I hope you message Greg soon, because if you do, he might just put on that outfit you like.
I only put that on for those who tip well. All righty, Paulie, how you doing? No, you're scandalized. You're scandalized, sir.
I'm seeing a lot of flashing images from all my years of theatrical training, and I think you would make you were a handsome man. I think you'd be beautiful in any form. But in this world, yes, my name is Paul Masterson. In this world, I play Anthony Tortletoni, aka Tony the Tool Boy, aka Mr. Coming At Ya. I am a multi-class wizard and artificer, and I have got my whole tiny army back together again. I have Owl Capone, my wizard familiar, who's got some tricks up his sleeve now that he's back from being
blown up.
He got first by a little bone demon, and then he scared Miggy, and who blasted him with
probably one of the funniest moments of the campaign to date, I might add. That was
some divine energy, and I'm trying to watch his cross eye at Miggy because I'm a little worried at times. Not gonna lie. And then I've got my tiny Tony, who's my homunculus servant, who's a tiny version of me with his tiny Tony gun, and we're all about protecting our family, creating cool shit, and making the world a little bit better. So yeah, happy to be here.
Love it. And last introductions tonight, but first in our hearts, Mr. Matt.
Yes, I'm Matt LePage. I'm playing Casan Jonar, a soul-reaping hexblade warlock warrior murder hobo with a heart of gold that's had a variety of otherworld entities shove their hands up my backside and puppet me around like a doll way more times than I am comfortable with.
But what do you do in the game?
Very funny.
Anton, that's a great introduction to a character. We got to use that on
intelligent weapons in the game.
That's a voiceover introduction.
Yeah, I love that. I love that so hard. Hold on 1 second. I'm calculating map sizes for no particular reason.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were calculating the amount of XP I got for that joke, and I was like,
no.
Cool, thanks, I'll take it. I'm behind. I need it.
Start making jokes when I'm literally in the middle of dropping buildings on you guys. Yeah, see how
we need to start killing things. We haven't gotten any experience in like several episodes now.
I know. Well, if you guys want some opportunities to kill some shit, I can arrange that.
I need some opportunity to be able to level up my similar to but legally distinct from Samurai Pizza Cat's based character.
Samurai Pizza Cats. Okay. Is that a real thing?
I had to look it up. I ran out of derivative properties to be able to make this joke and had to Google it.
I'll give you one whole experience point for your commitment to the bit. So,
yes, all right.
There you go. Put it on your sheet.
But what is the thing that we are derivative from?
Daredevil.
Huh? What did you say?
Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil. That works.
Goodness.
1 second. All right. Anyhow, cool. So that goes all the way down over here. This is what I get for getting an idea and buying map packs 10 minutes before the session starts. You guys wanted fights, and I'm not wearing my shirt tonight, but it will say, I'll just point to the shirt, the patch that says "Bad decisions make great stories."
You're not wearing your shirt, and we're not even the bachelor party. This is amazing.
I know.
We're getting the royal treatment.
You guys are so lucky tonight.
I'm apparently very punchy today. I don't know what that's about.
Well, your wife's how pregnant? So.
Seth, when does the name reveal happen?
Now!
Really?
Now?
Her name is Robin!
Oh, yay! That's awesome. So, we're privileged. You revealed it on stream. Thank you. Much obliged. Now, my question is, does your wife know you just did that?
Yeah, probably. She's also playing D&D.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering, based off of that early one of "Oh yes, love," Robin for the win, from Nathalie. I was wondering whether you were like, what does the R stand for? I was like, ooh, is it gonna be like Robin, Ronan, Rowena, all sorts of great R names.
You've got Sherbatsky, you've got Hood, you've got Williams, you've got the boy or girl wonder, depending how well you know your lore. You've got from It's Robin from Stranger Things. If you can remember her last name, good for you. There's
Yeah.
lots of good Robins in mass media.
Absolutely.
Plus, like, you could slice up that name in so many different nicknames, and
Yeah.
like, it's fun. You get
Like,
lots of.
what are some of the other nicknames for Robin?
Well, I've been calling her BB, like BIBI. And then there's Binny, and there's Binno, and there's Rob, and then there's Robbie, and then there's Ro. And yeah, you just slice, because like that nice little vowel consonant cluster pattern makes it very, very easy.
I love it.
And if and can call her Ron, if it's like looking like, all right, where's my food? Where's the fix on my trike? What's going on? What kind of shop do you think I'm running here? Huh? Huh, Pops? You think because I'm small I can't shank you?
My friend always says, like, his kids are so savage right now that, like, they make these snide comments and then push him in the mud while they throw cigarette butts at him.
Wow. There you go.
I'll repeat the one story. Like, he got himself an arcade cabinet, and now he has DDR down in his garage, and he's putting her to bed, and she was like, "Okay, Dad, you go ahead, go downstairs and do your sad little dances."
Wow. That kid's got. Yeah. All right.
I like this kid.
I like this kid a lot. That kid's got sass.
She's 8.
Yeah.
She's 8, and she burned him that hard.
That kid is super observant and has the exact right opinion about Dance Dance Revolution.
I love it. All right. Well, who wants to recap where we left off last week? Where you all, like, doomed the city to hell.
Oh, I'll do it this time.
Whoa. We didn't doom shit, okay? That was none of our doing.
Their hero doomed it all by himself.
Yeah, go for it, Sethy.
All right, so a long time ago, there was this douchebag who was like, "Hey, I want to come off as a big hero. So why don't I make a deal with the demon, what makes me look good, and then sort of protects people?" And this deal says, what if, after 50 years of total peace, that I just give up everybody's lives so I can live my life very heroically, and then everybody else can just F off and die. And so a demon asked us to deliver this message to whoever was in charge, the High Observer. Well, this guy goes off and keels over, right? He commits suicide because he knows what's coming. And he can't face it because he's a coward. That's what's going on. And so we show up, we deliver this thing, and they're like, uh-oh, turns out that was what we were worried about. Something bad happening. And they open up this box. Boom. Also, probably should negotiate harder in the future.
Yeah, and we were thinking that we were going to be dealing with vampires, but instead it seems like a large portion of the city is just being sucked down into hell.
That is true, yeah.
And it might be a little ironic that their demon fighters are called the Hell Riders, and now they're potentially riding the horses into hell.
Devils.
So, stuff's about to get interesting. What's that, Miggy?
The devils. They made deals with devils. We talked to devils.
Oh, yeah.
The other guys.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Right,
Tomato,
yeah,
tomato.
yeah.
As the great bard Elantis Morissette says, isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
I don't know.
A little too ironic. Yeah, I really do think.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, I should.
It's like rain. Okay.
I really should just drop a house on you guys just for dropping that reference.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, for that should be clear as mud for everybody else, but don't worry about it. You'll figure out with context clues. But yes, where we left off last week, the party had fulfilled their end of a literal devil's bargain, a devil's contract that they'd struck. They're seeking information regarding the soul or the whereabouts of a contact and former ally from the village of Helix that Miguelle feels some sort of responsibility towards saving.
What?
And yeah, what? I don't know. Anyhow, They in order to gather information about the state of Brother Othar, the priest that they are in search of, they agreed to play messengers for a devil who needed a very particular item delivered at a very particular location at a very particular time. And well, what do you know? Whoopsie daisy! At the appointed moment, when they were called upon in court, in the High Observer's court in the city of El Terrell, they opened actually I should say the orb or the box opened itself to reveal that the city and all of its inhabitants' souls were forfeit by Devil's contract and were hauled directly into hell, and effective immediately. And as soon as Casan hit the ground after having a devil's hand shoved up his backside to puppet out this big striking reveal, wonderfully dramatically rendered by Mr. Matt LePage. Thank you, sir, for your artistic talents there. The city immediately literally dropped through the surface of Faerun and into we'll reveal that in a second, but we left it with the new High Observer staring Brother Miguelle in the face, saying, "You've doomed us all," and the floor literally dropping out from under everyone. So now let's go ahead and pick it up. You know that sensation that happens when you get on one of those thrill rides, and it's like, what's the one that you strap yourself to? It's like a long giant tower, and you strap yourself onto a chair that goes all the way up to the top of it, and then they just drop you.
Tower Terror?
Yeah, well, it's like
a free fall.
Yeah, the free fall. Yeah. I'm thinking of the one at Six Flags where it's not the Tower of Terror, because Tower of Terror is enclosed. This is like you could see everything around you, and you're just waiting for that drop. That sensation of your stomach rising up into your chest and up into your throat hits as you feel the ground fall away beneath you. Gravity kicks in, and you immediately start chasing the floor. All around you, you hear rumbling and grinding and screaming. And not even seconds before, you were standing on solid earth. And now you all look about, panicked, as you are literally floating above the ground, falling. Give me a round of dexterity saves.
Wait, you're right back.
Don't have a thing for this. Beaches and trips. Where is it?
I do not have Featherfall to cast.
Bummer. Actually, Featherfall might be really bad for you guys right now, because the ceiling will catch up with you if you fall too slow.
Could have sworn I got something that... There it is. Danger Sense. You have advantage on dex saving throws against effects that you can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Okay.
Opa! It's good. I needed it. 15.
Hey, you rolled above a 9.
Yeah,
amazing,
so
sir.
strong.
Amazing.
That's
Bravo.
my only one for today.
Yep.
All right, I'm all done, guys. Thanks for playing.
Now
Roll
I
them 20s.
know
Anyway,
I'm
done.
Yeah. My line. All right. And let me see. I'm missing Anton. What'd you get?
Did it not go? Okay.
It didn't feed to roll 20.
Okay.
But I can check right here. Oh, you got a 20.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Did you?
Oh no, wait, that was last week. That was an athletic check from last
work?
week. That's not
So
this
then
one.
18.
18. Okay. Cool. Yep. You
Why is it not feeding to roll 20? That's weird.
You might want to check your Beyond 20, see if it needs updating or refreshing. You fall for what seems to be an eternity, but couldn't be more than just a few seconds. I think it's just the idea of not being able to see where you're headed or what's going on or how far you have to fall. That creates this interminable suspension, or interminable suspense. But when the ground stops, each of you pancake directly into it. Now, with a 12, a 12, a 15, and a 20, my two 12s, you guys don't exactly land gracefully, but you don't take damage. Frankie and Miggy, you guys actually wind up landing decently all right, more or less on your feet. Mm-hmm. Everyone else around you,
I had the Eye Observer in my arms.
Yep. Everybody else around you, maybe not so lucky. But after a second, you're able to stop, breathe. People are picking themselves up, looking about. And for the briefest of moments, someone has the opportunity to say, "What the hell just happened?" And from above, you hear a rumble, a crack, and then things start to fall and collapse. I need another round of dex saves.
I interpose my shield between me and the Eye Observer and the ceiling.
Copy that, so I'll give you advantage on your check. But you're also telling me that you're basically not doing much to get out of the way.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's...
Okay.
I'm shield master. That's me getting out of the way.
No, I understand, but this is I'm specifying very particularly for a specific reason that you're about to find out.
Yeah.
Okay. Casan, you hear in the back of your head, "Move, you fool." And you wind up just like lurching backwards without even thinking about it, just as a giant chunk of stone, what looks to be one of the columns that held the building up, comes collapsing down, and it would have actually crushed you right where you were. Everybody else, y'all get
night for me.
Yeah, it would have been a real quick night for you. Everybody else, you guys get covered in debris. Anton, I'm going to give you damage resistance because of your shield and you're bracing yourself, but I am going to roll. You guys are going to take each 10 bludgeoning. Anton, you're going to take 5.
Okay.
But you are all currently pinned under debris.
Okay.
And Vicki is pinned under there with you, you're assuming, because you hear her yell loudly as something comes down, and then you hear a crash and silence. Another long beat passes, and then suddenly there's yelling, scrambling, chaos. Casan, you look and see that there are some who have just been crushed completely. Like their bodies are splattered and broken under stone. Pools of blood start emerging from underneath the seams. There are those who are covered head to toe in plaster, looking like ghosts and shells of themselves, walking around. Some of them are bloodied and staggering. Others who have their wits about them are starting to pull at piles of rock where they know that loved ones and friends or allies or even acquaintances are currently buried underneath. Give me a perception check, Casan.
On fire.
Yeah, you actually happen to see exactly where the rest of your party was when the stone came down. And they are all currently buried.
Snap my glaive into existence and start levering stuff off of my party members.
Okay, I need an athletics check.
Yes. Athletics way better than trying to do a strength check. 17. 17.
All right, that's a start. That is a start. This is going to take a little bit of time. Tony,
can I also, if I see anyone just kind of stumbling around, I'll try to get other people involved in aiding me and freeing everyone.
Cool. Give me a persuasion or intimidation check. How do you want to go about doing that?
I'll persuade. I'll try the carrot before the stick.
That's fair.
13.
13. Okay. You look over at a couple of at a group of people who are one of them is getting up, brushing themselves off. They look like that they might have like they managed to escape the biggest impact, of course, but they've been hit with some other stuff and they're looking really rough. But they're up and they're on their feet and they're moving about. There's someone next to them who is clearly shell shocked and still just like can't. You see the spinning beach ball of death on their face. They're having a real tough time processing everything that happened. And you yell at both of them, and the able-bodied one stumbles forward and starts helping you out a little bit. They're wounded though, so they're doing the best they can, but it seems to be really, really difficult. The other one is still kind of just like tunnel vision. Like you could tell that the lights are on, but nobody's home right now.
On my next opportunity, I'll try throwing an intimidation check that guy's way.
Got it. Okay. Cool. All right. So hold on 1 second. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to need to hop off for 1 second because I need to look at this because I realized that there was something I'm missing here real quick. Give me one moment.
Mm-hmm.
So now we just do the click-clack music. We're like,
well, I want to hear more about Robin. So tell me about how you arrived at Robin. Was this always a name?
A friend of mine guessed her name and made me this, which is
nice.
The greatest. She was like, I'm not sure. I think her name is probably Robin, and I'm not sure why. So I just tried to cover as many of my bases as possible. And I was like, yes. I don't remember how Elise and I originally came up with Robin, but we've been talking kid names for forever, and like a high schooler with a crush, we had like a notebook like with our kids' names in it, like a long while back. Although we recently we changed the middle name because we were going to have it be Carter, like Peggy Carter. And a friend of mine
name as well.
Yeah. And a friend of mine, or a friend of a friend, her family named all of their kids after presidents. And so this friend's friend, she is named Carter, and I was like, oh, Carter is a girl's name. I did not realize you could do that. It sounds good. I like it. But then we were doing some other combinations. We didn't like it, so we changed it based off another friend with a different name. And I was like, oh, I did not know you could name somebody that. And I think it's awesome. So I decided to do that. And I'll tell you guys later. But for the sake of the internet, I won't just go saying my child's full name online. But I can tell you guys later. It's not a big deal. Yeah. So we liked that, and it slices well. So if she wants to like go in entertainment or something, like Thygesen is not a easy name to pronounce. I'm sure that I have told you guys this story before, that when Elise and I got married, we had to put together a ketubah. A ketubah is like a Jewish marriage contract. And it's written out in Hebrew letters. It's usually written out in Aramaic. Sometimes it's written in Hebrew. And we had to decide whether we were going to translate or transliterate my last name. And the trouble is that my last name has changed pronunciation 3 times in 3 generations.
Oh, wow.
And so I didn't want somebody 2-3 generations from now to look at this and be like, hey, who's Thygesen? What does that mean? Like, I can see it says Thygesen, but I don't know what that is. And so instead of transliterating it, I translated it to what it means. The son of Thor. So in all of my Hebrew stuff, my last name is Ben Thor.
Well, that's pretty dope.
That's what you came back to, Greg.
Love it. All right, hold on.
Said the stream went out. I don't know if that's on a particular channel or what.
Oh, no. Okay. That's really weird. Well, hopefully it's back now. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm looking up. I managed to spill. I knocked over a soda all over my table as soon as I turned the camera.
Shoot.
Turned my camera off, so I'm still in the middle of like cleaning wet spots. But and you guys know me.
It's not the bachelor party game. You shouldn't be talking about that.
Yeah, I know. Well, here's the deal. About 2,000 pounds have fallen on each of you guys. So those of you who are under there, you guys are going to be taking points of non-lethal and then eventually lethal damage as you are currently stuck. But let's see, Casan, with your strength bonus, what is your...
I mean, if that's the case, if I'm getting crushed to death, I'm going to rage, man. I got to rage right now.
All right, well, if you're going to rage, I will give you an opportunity to see if you could break the pin. Now, it'll be a strength check.
All right.
All right.
So am I hitting it with my athletics?
Yep.
Now it says YouTube is back.
Really?
Yeah, it's back.
All right.
So it sounds like it was our internet thing. But
okay. 22. All right. 22 is not quite enough to get out of there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally a ton of rocks that has been dropped on you guys, and you can keep raging, and trust me, you'll be taking enough damage to try again.
But I did rage, so I'm going to roll on my wild search.
Oh.
Come on,
shit.
teleport. 8. Okay, what does that mean?
And don't forget that you all use had 11 temp HPs, so not for nothing.
Yeah.
A bolt of light shoots from my chest, and nope, I can't see other creatures, so it doesn't matter. What? I can keep using it, though, as a bonus action. But I can only shoot it at creatures. Not helpful.
Okay.
I mean, you can shoot it at yourself. You count as a creature.
That's true.
So, okay, so this is not an ideal situation because I got a ceiling that's on top of me.
Yeah.
And then I got this woman who's not very nice to me, but she's still probably really scared. So I think I'm gonna fee-fi-fo-fum my way out of this. I'm gonna magic beam my way out of this.
Magic beam? Okay, how's that gonna work?
So I'm gonna use plant growth.
Okay.
And instead of having a wide area of entangling difficult terrain, I'm just going to make one beanstalk like thing push the rocks off of me and expand out so that I can get like the pressure off me so I can start getting out.
Okay. Give me a wisdom check with advantage as you cast that. I'm not going to do a saving throw on my end. I want to see you do.
Take 25.
Holy shit! 25. Okay. Yeah. Casan, about 10 feet over from where you are, you suddenly see a black barbed vine just shoot out of the ground, shoot out of the rubble, sprout up, and it actually sprouts up so hard it hits the ceiling, bringing even more rubble down. But from next to it, from where you see it pop out of the rubble, you see a familiar turtle clawed hand reach out and start pulling himself up, and it looks like Miggy is in the middle of extricating himself and his charge, the High Observer.
Good.
Yep. So Miggy's taking care of himself there. Tony, are you going to try and do anything to get yourself fixed?
Yes, I am. But I want to. Do I have a sense of when all the stuff was going down of how close anyone might be to me?
Give me a perception check, and we'll call it retroactive on that.
18.
18. Yeah, you know that Miggy is not too far away. You were kind of like between Frankie and Miggy when all this went down.
I'm just trying to... Sorry, go on.
Yeah. But I do need you to make a Constitution save real quick, because this gigantic beanstalk that just came shooting out of the ground is actually shifting the rocks around and making things a little bit more difficult for folks that are within Anton's radius, but not like immediately within his area. A con save of 12. I'm gonna say that you are you're pinned down further, but you're not taking damage. So it's gonna increase a little bit of the DC for you to get out of there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What I would like to do, I'm thinking based on directionally of where I know people are. I've got my little guys tucked in with me, but what I would like to do is I would like to create a thunder wave up and away from me to create a channel to get up and out.
You're gonna try and Thunderwave. Okay.
Yep. Up and away.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess the question would be, can I directionally?
Just remember, whatever comes up does have to come down. And this was also a room that had a lot of people in it.
Yeah, actually, that might hurt them. Okay. Am I getting pressed in upon?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to try. I've got a pretty big shell, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're how tall are you as a turtle?
I'm kind of a tall. I'm 6'6".
Yeah, so you're a bit of a
6'4".
unit. So
yeah,
you've got
450.
Yeah, so your shell's probably about 5 feet tall or so.
I think what I'm going to do, I think there's some extra room. I'm actually going to trust the folks for a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create enough room, but I'm going to basically have Owl Capone and Tiny Tony pip down into my neck hole with me and put my shield up on top, and I'm just going to kind of go to shell.
Okay, so you're going to try and go to shell. All right. Awesome. And now, did Tiny Tony and Owl Capone also take the falling damage from the rubble?
Well, actually, they probably would have flown away. I guess that would be it. Do I need to roll for them?
Yeah, I should actually get individual deck saves from them if they're flying around, because there was a whole lot of flying shit that they would have had to avoid.
Yeah, because they can flit and fly. So let's see here. How many deck saves do you need from them?
One each, just to start.
Oof.
All right.
Owly. Tiny Tony.
All right. So they're both going to be buried. And let me see. I'm going to say that Al Capone was, you don't quite, I mean, because Al Capone is your familiar, you know that they're nearby and they are currently pinned as well. How many hit points did they have, or do they have?
Currently, because of the...
because they got the 11.
Yeah. Currently, Owl has 12 and Tiny Tony's got 18.
Got it. So they're at 2 and 8 respectively. So they have like one temporary hit point each left. They're both, I'm going to say Tiny Tony is actually buried with you, but has already gone to shell. And Al Capone is currently, you get the feeling that they're offline, but not dead. They probably got knocked unconscious by the falling debris. And you get the sense that they're nearby, but not doing great.
Okay.
But if you want to take a moment and go to shell, you can do that.
I guess I'd like to see whether I want to create a stable environment around me to give some time. I want to create kind of a little bit of a bulwark. So I'd like to. Whether it's go into shell, I'd like to do a quick assessment of whether go into shell, creating a non-moving aspect would be better, or basically stretching out and trying to. I mean, I'm not a strong guy. How I can best stabilize around me, especially to protect Owly, because I think Tiny Tony can basically fit in my neck hole.
Yeah. Well, Owly is not within reach. And you're not quite sure. You're not quite sure where they are, or you know their general area, but you don't know what the circumstances is, or how the interlocking rocks and everything, the debris will tumble given any which direction. So their fate is kind of on their own at this point. And I'll have you
go to shell.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And also, you in particular at this moment don't really have to worry about crushing damage as much as you have to worry about suffocation based on where you're at, because you are under a pile of stuff at the moment.
We can hold our breath for an hour.
For an hour, yeah.
Amazing. All right, yeah. So well, that fucking eliminates that tension. Thanks, guys.
Fucking turtles.
Yeah, fucking
Plus,
turtles.
like, if the familiar's in danger, you can just send him into a pocket dimension. It's fine.
You guys are OP as shit. That's all I'm saying. All right.
I am having a fun time imagining Tiny Tony's head sticking out of Tony's shell.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious, and I love that. And now I need a drawing of it. That's fantastic. Okay.
But also, I would really like to try again.
All right. Well, at this point, yeah, you can go on ahead and try again, Seth. Go for it.
All right. 26.
Now you bust it out. Yeah. Matt, I need you to make a dex save. As the boulder that you were currently trying to roll over actually starts rolling in your general direction, as you hear a roar and a scream beneath you. As a very, very pissed off and raging Frank. Oh, yeah, it rolls onto you. You're going to take... Yeah, you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, but you do manage to avoid being pinned. It just rolls onto your leg for a moment, but everybody else helps manage to get it off you. Yeah, that's a painful experience right there. Yep. Oh, my toe. Yep, you see the reference, Seth. Yep.
That's the best Turtles game.
That's the best Turtles game, indeed. All right. But yeah, Frankie, you're free. Anton, at this point, you managed to dig yourself out. Mm-hmm. You have a feeling that you guys might know where Tony is.
Annie, we're gonna get you out.
Thanks.
I know where Tony is, right?
What's that, Matt?
I know where Tony is with that perception check I rolled, right?
Yeah, you do. Yep. You know exactly where he is.
GM, can I tell which way is up?
Yes, I will say that.
So, as I am a wizard, can I, I can, as an action, I can dismiss my familiar and place it in an unoccupied space within 30 feet of me. So can I place Owly 30 feet above me in the air?
Yeah, sure.
Thus taking care of my buddy.
Yep.
As my action.
Poof, poof. Yep. You're all good.
Top of the hour inspo for all.
All right. Anyhow, this isn't Barrow Maze anymore, boys. I'm just saying. But you know what? Fuck it. I'll allow it.
Yay.
Okay. So you, with a, reaching out with your magical energies, as you have nothing better to do at the moment, and you know that you could hold your breath for up to an hour. You're not that worried yet. So you just take care of a little bit of like boof boof, and you know that Owly is up top now. And as you work into your familiar's eyes, you can actually assess the situation. It's grim. Most of the supports that held up this grand cathedral area within the tower of the High Observer came down. There's actually open sky now, and you look out through Owl Capone's eyes, and you can see red clouded sky rumbling with black lightning. But I think perhaps the more disturbing thing is that there is now this black, onyx black orb hanging menacingly just above the city, arcing with white lightning.
Do I see that?
You're a little busy. You guys are actually you just managed to get out. You just threw that rock off. Casan, you haven't looked up yet, and Miggy, you are as you are reaching for the sky. That is what you see as you're pulling yourself out.
That's not good.
Yeah.
With an Arcana check of 20, other than it being dark, is there anything does this make any sense to me of what this means?
With an Arcana of 20, that orb, it can't be, but it has to be. But it can't be. And then you flash back to hearing screaming voices outside before the city literally fell into hell of the companion has gone out. And you realize that is the companion hanging there over the city. Still. And now, as opposed to being a beacon of light and hope, it appears to be a veil, an overt threat, a sign of oppression. This is a hostile force hanging directly over everyone's heads.
Well, maybe it's just having a bad day.
Maybe.
Can I Care Bear stare it?
Let's throw a birthday party.
If you wanna.
I do.
Okay.
I'm raging right now, and I have the ability to Care Bear stare it until I stop raging, and I would love to try.
All right. Roll it.
Okay. Where'd you go? With your...
The Care cousins need to call too, and and I don't have any animal companions yet.
It needs to make a constant. Is it a creature?
It is an object.
Then it doesn't work.
Okay. So yeah, you fire off a couple of Care Bear stares at it. I will actually say that for sake of argument, you are attacking something, so therefore you can keep maintaining your rage if you want. Probably not the wisest move in this moment, but fuck it. You've lost all sense of
literally poetically raging against the dying of the light.
Yeah, literally. Oh.
By emitting light from my own chest.
Yep.
But if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna start ripping through rocks and trying to get in there. I gotta find my I don't. So far, I've not registered that Casan just got hit by a boulder that I threw out.
Yeah.
And I don't know that any of these of the four, because I keep forgetting that Vicki is there as well, that any of them are safe. So I gotta try and rip into these rocks and find these guys.
Okay. Cool. Give me an athletics check.
23.
23. Okay, yeah, you actually managed to you just start hauling and chucking boulders. You are literally the adrenaline coursing through you has you just straight up deadlifting shit. You're even gorilla pressing it over your head and tossing it wherever it lands, it lands. Matter of fact, Casan, give me another dex save. Because rule of comedy is that you're gonna have to make 3 of them. Okay, you duck under that one. Give me one more. Yeah, and you know what? You actually do wind up getting chunked with a little bit of debris this time around, but ultimately you're okay.
Hey, Frankie, I'm standing here.
I'm trying to find you, Casan. Hold on.
I'm not under the rocks, you lug. Tony's over here.
Yep.
Where?
Anton, you actually do manage to finally, pull yourself out up using the vine that you grew up or that you threw up, and as you emerge, you do look up and you are seeing the horrors of the night of the sky. You all recognize immediately you're back in Avernus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you're here. The High Overseer is unconscious in your arms. Still breathing, though. You're able to tell that. But she's unconscious, and it looks like she's been cracked, at least in the skull, once by something that rendered her such. You don't know quite when that happened, but you take a guess at this point. There's just been so much shit happening. Yeah, Tony, are you trying to give me a perception check? I want to see if you can hear what's going on around up there, beyond what Al Capone is warging you.
I think so.
Okay, got it. All right, so if you want, you can have Al Capone indicate where exactly you are, because they can see everything. So Al Capone is going to swirl down and land basically on top of a particular set of rocks. And start pecking at it.
I'll just be echoing from my shell. I'm, not great down here, but take care of other people. I'm just trying to keep this stuff stable over here. Is everybody okay up there?
Give me a round of perception checks, you three. I want to see what you hear. Because there's also a lot of screaming, yelling, moaning, and pain, etc. happening. Wow. Okay, Frankie hears you. Anton hears you. Casan, you are distracted by
all the screaming and moaning and pain that you're doing.
Well, and what everybody else is doing too. Because you got to remember, there was, most of the nobility and the courtiers were in this room when everything fell. So there's a lot of chaos happening at the moment, and there could be, do you want to take the time and be digging more people out, or do you want to, Casan, now that Frankie and Miggy are out, what is it you want to do?
I want to get Tony out.
Okay.
Do I have an action?
What is it you want to try to do? Because you are currently pinned, technically.
Well, I guess I don't know if I can. I would like to summon another Protector Eldritch Cannon to give temporary HPs to all creatures around me.
Got it. Okay.
Because I recognize that there's a bunch of people who are hurt.
Okay. Are you doing small or tiny?
Tiny.
Got it. And you're expanding expending a spell slot to do it?
Correct.
Okay. More importantly, does it take is there a somatic component to the summoning?
Let me see.
Oh yeah, you have to use your tools. You have to use your tools. So I'm going to say that you're actually pinned at the moment, so you are not able to do so.
You take an action. It's a bonus action. Where are you seeing it takes my tools?
Hold on 1 second. Using woodcarver tools or smith tools, you could take an action and magically create a smaller, tiny eldritch cannon in an unoccupied space. That indicates that there's a somatic component.
Gotcha.
Being pinned, you are not able to do so.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Never mind.
No worries. So yeah, I think the thing is that just due to your state of things, the thing you could keep doing is keep yelling, but that might also cause you to use up your oxygen supply. Yeah. Seth, Frankie, Anton, you guys give me a round of strength checks or whatever else you guys want to do to try and move this rubble.
Athletics. 25.
25. All right. Yeah, you actually do manage to move yet another gigantic freaking boulder. Casan, are you digging in just randomly someplace?
I'm still trying to get Tony out.
Got it. All right. Well, as I mentioned, because of your perception check of 8, you are not. You are digging in a spot that you think Anton or that you think Tony's in, but it's not guaranteed to be that spot.
I thought I knew where it was because of my initial perception check.
Right.
Yep. No, I'm keeping track. I'm keeping track of a lot of shit right now. So my bad. Yes, you are. I will say that yes, you are digging in that area. You are digging in the correct area. So the three of you answer.
because Casan is working smarter and not harder, he mentioned that he is using his glaive to get leverage on the rocks rather
which
than
actually doubles what he's able to lift.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I'm taking that into account. There's about 2,000 pounds of rock on top of him, but I think between the three of you guys, you're going to have Tony out in another round or so. So we're just going to jump ahead to that.
Okay.
Yep. So at this point, yeah, Tony, you do feel the rocks coming off of you, and you are able to get up and stand without issue at this point. You're battered, you're bruised. Your shell has definitely seen better days, but generally speaking, besides the points of damage that you took in the initial impact, you're not much worse for wear. No sign of Vicki. You guys weren't quite sure where she was when everything came down or when things landed, and there's a lot of people right now. There are guards that are running in. There are officials who, are like it's chaos around you, by the way. There is, again, people screaming, people running, the injured are stumbling about, people are frantically digging. You getting out, you look around and you see that those without shells don't fare well when large, heavy objects fall on them.
Does Vicki got any kind of magic item? Anything at all?
She's got a crossbow. Oh wait, no, her crossbow is not magical.
Items.
Yeah, what is it? I can't think. What's she got?
She's got a magic crossbow. She's got a big blingy rock ain't yeah.
I'm going to concentrate on that in the vain hope that she is not behind total cover. Using my magical awareness.
She's totally covered right now.
All right, but I'm going to still look around all over the place. Okay. I'm burning my magical awareness as an action there.
Got it. Yeah, you look about desperately, frantically. How long does it last?
Just a round.
Okay, so yeah, you even just run over and randomly start digging into the pile as you have it up, and you don't no sign of her so far.
That'll kill my rage, and so I'm going to rage again because I can't find her.
Okay. Awesome.
I would like to pop an Eldritch Cannon now that I'm out and just have it stop moving around, and pulsing, healing energies. And is there how far away is an area that doesn't have fallen debris in terms of how far away would a clearing area be?
There's the main entrance. That's the archway. The archway actually managed to stand. That the door is open currently, and there are people running in and out of it. As people are getting help, people are running for help. People are coming in to help. There are a couple of other archways with windows and other things, mostly along the sides of the space. Actually, give me a. You might have already done so. Where did my map go? Here we are. So what's your wild surge there, Frankie?
Magic infuses one weapon of my choice that I'm holding until my rage ends. The weapon's damage type changes to force, and it gains the light and thrown properties with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. Short version is I'm going to make this Moon Touch longsword that I've got. I'm just going to crack into some rocks with force damage.
Got it. Okay, yeah, you start breaking rocks. Working like you're on a chain gang right now.
What I'm going to be doing to support that is I create 10 gallons of water, and then I'm constantly shaping the water into flows of water that pushes the things away. And as long as I have the water, I can keep shaping it as a cantrip action, so I can just move all the lesser pieces, wash it away, and bring it back. Spring.
We are fracking for Vicki right now.
For Vicki.
And you're finding not just Vicki, but you are finding other victims at the moment, other individuals. Some of them are soldiers, some of them are nobles, some of them are courtiers, but you are finding some are alive, most are crushed, and you are the water actually quickly starts to run red with blood and gore, as you find someone who's splattered in a particularly nasty fashion. And Tony, give me an investigation check real quick as you are looking for an archway that is not so crowded that you can set up without you managed to find one off to the side.
Just trying to move stuff around that's not going to pile on anybody. Just can't in the digging.
Gotcha. And Anton, as I mentioned before, you do have the High Overseer. She is still unconscious with you. Are you going to do anything about that?
I'm gonna use a healing kit on her.
Okay. Cool. You go inside your healing kit and you pull out what appears to be some sort of smelling salts or something of that variety, and you wave them under her nose, and she... and she's just taking a moment to take everything in, and she puts her hand to her head, and she's just out to lunch as she is overwhelmed with everything that she is seeing at the moment.
I just look at her. You're having a really bad day. When you get them to yourself, we'll answer your questions as best we can, but I'm going to try and get my cousin and the rest of your people who survived out from under all this rubble. Okay? Here, have some water. Drink some water.
Are you using the water that you're cycling through?
No. I have water skin. Here, drink some water. Okay, I'm gonna go back.
All right.
And I can just change the color of that water that I'm shaping. I'm gonna make it not look bloody.
Okay. All right. Cool.
That's gross.
Give me a round of perception checks real quick.
I'll take a 24.
Yep.
$19, not bad.
Hey, you rolled a good roll.
Yeah. Today's working out okay.
About.
Wait till initiative, then it'll be terrible again. So it'll be but it kind of doesn't even matter when you roll a bad initiative, because that means just everything's already gone, and now you get to hit whoever you want. You know how in White Wolf, when you win initiative, you get to go second.
Man, I haven't played a White Wolf game in forever.
You can choose to go first if you want, but you get to declare your action second. So you'd be like, I rush at him, and then it's like, and I use my super speed to move over that way. Well, I don't do anything.
Yeah, Mickey, I shot you a DM in roll 20.
Okay. Hey guys.
Yeah.
We gotta get in. Do we have Anthony out yet?
Yeah, Tony, you're out. Yep.
Something's coming.
And as you guys all turn to look, you see in black plate armor a group of hulking red-skinned fiends come in. These are heavily armed in what is in rune-encrusted armor. These guys seem to be some sort of elite guard. These guys say, they say death troopers all over them.
Are these devils or demons?
Give me a religion check.
19.
Nope.
Oh yeah, Anton, they're all fiends to you. You don't give a shit. But Tony, you do recognize the fact that their armor and their weaponry and their the insignia that are on their armor, etc. These are clearly devils. They have, they all seem to have military bearing, training, and rank. They come in, they secure the space. The survivors, who are all kind of like under shock and awe, all like start screaming and running backwards towards the back of the hall of the chamber. Within moments, striding into the room with the confidence of someone who now absolutely owns this place is a 9-foot tall, bald, winged woman with ash black or ash gray skin and a very nasty looking. Oh, she's heavily armored, I might add. She's actually wearing again black and silver plate and has a sword on her belt with a nasty black hilt.
I don't.
It is currently sheathed, but she comes in and she looks about the room.
Hey, Frankie. If she doesn't try to kill us, we should totally give her some lotion. Cause look, oh man, she needs it.
I'm 1 second away from throwing my sword at Lotion Lady.
Okay. I mean, if you want to, I advise against it. But then again, you are raging. So
I'm raging, and my cousin is buried. If you do not mess with my family.
Oh, she's not messing with shit. I'm just saying. But she comes in and she says in a loud, booming voice, "Bring me the High Observer."
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a sword at her.
Yeah, this happened. Yeah.
Okay. Go on ahead.
Write
and...
High Observer on your sword before you throw it.
In fact, I'm going to recklessly attack with that.
Fuck it, go for it. Let's have some fun.
Okay. I have many regrets about this as a player.
Yes.
You know what? I'm giving you points though for role playing the character. Actually, take inspiration. Well, you already have inspiration from Nat, but you know.
Now, why won't it let me use my sword?
Because even Roll20 knows that this is a terrible fucking idea.
Do it. Advantage. There. Nat 20, baby.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. I sure am. And I can throw it from across the room. And she can't even do anything about it because it reappears in my hand after the end of this turn. Don't mess with my family.
All right. You know what?
And it's force damage. It's not slashing damage.
Cool. All right, I'm going to give it to you. You know what? This sword comes... Tong! And it bounces off of her. Bounces off of her armor. I need you to roll damage.
All right, the total damage there is 12 plus 4, 16. Twice. Okay, that's cool. It's 32.
32 points of force damage. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that breaks her damage resistance. And it's not cold, necrotic, or poison, so she's not immune to it. Yeah. So she gets hit. It actually bounces off her armor. It leaves a nice big scratch on it. And then she witnesses where it transports back, and she sees you. She sees you holding it as it lands. She smiles for a split second at the brazenness of this attack. Oh, how would I do this? She fixes her gaze upon you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Just one. I have 2 attacks.
Oh, so you're gonna wind up and chuck it again? All right,
Yeah.
now okay, you got the surprise round. Now we're rolling initiative to see what happens here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you think I'm going to let you get 2 fucking sucker punches in for the price of 1, you can fuck yourself kindly, sir. All right?
Yeah, now I'm ready. 0, baby.
All right. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, so everybody's rolling initiative all of a sudden.
Well, you said enroll an ish. Sorry, I just did it.
I meant for the 2 of them, but you know.
Oh, gotcha.
That's okay. If you guys want to fuck around, you can find out just as hard as Frankie's about to. So
I get obliterated. I'll get obliterated knowing that I was fighting for Vicki.
Yeah. All right, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give her a reaction because I think this stuns everybody into a moment of what the fuck. But she's gonna get a reaction, and then the initiative order is gonna kick in. Okay, and as I mentioned, she fixes her eyes upon the person who dared strike her, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, sir.
14.
14. You burst into flame. You actually take 23 fire damage with her gaze just immolating you immediately. This is magical fire, so it will break your DR.
All right.
Do you want to try and throw that weapon again?
That is not going to make me less likely to attack her.
I am just checking. To see how bad this is going to go real quick. So let's see. All right, and then Miggy, you got what'd you get on your initial?
I had 10.
10. Okay. Okay, Casan. You see Frankie burst into flame and start to scream, but he's already rearing back with his sword. I'm going to give you one chance to do something here before it looks like that this individual is ready to drop the hammer here again. You have an opportunity to either let this happen or you could try to stop it.
Actually, yeah, Casan does want to try to stop it. If I can, I want to interpose myself in between Frankie and this 9 foot
tall
warrior woman.
Yes, she give me a religion check actually, because I think you actually religion
is my best skill.
Is it really? No.
Yes, 5.
God damn it. Well, I'm gonna say this. You don't know for sure who it is you're dealing with, but you could just tell right now that this is probably one of the generals of hell.
Yeah.
Because you are actually being blown away and bowled over by their presence. As a matter of fact, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, that's my best saving throw.
I know. Okay. Her aura feels very, very familiar to you. It actually makes your butthole pucker when you think about that. It feels very similar to the hand that was up there earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you describe this 9 foot devil woman as easy or hard on the eyes?
It depends on your taste. It's subjective. To you, probably decently easy on the eyes, but she's got a very harsh look about her. You know, it looks like you'd have to do a little bit more than buy her dinner and bring her flowers to try and, you know, you'd probably actually have to deliver like a whole city to hell for her to get her to even notice you.
What do you know?
Well, you didn't do that, but you know, I mean, Mikey did, so Miggy might actually.
Hey, I gave this speech that brought the fucking house down.
That is true, but that's because you're a disposable toy, you know. So she's already had that.
For the right general of hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
I would like to transpose myself in between Frankie and the general.
Okay.
And I'll yell out with a persuade check. Beautiful warrior, stay your blade. It's all chaos. We brought this place down. As agreed.
Give me a persuasion check.
23.
You see her lip curl back cruelly with a bit of a smile. And she holds her action. Miggy, Tony, you guys going to come get your brother before he gets you all killed?
Yeah, I'm just gonna so I'm gonna shape the water around, move the water around him and freeze it because he's on fire.
Okay. Yeah. He definitely becomes like just a giant gout of steam as the hellfire starts to evaporate the water, and the water starts to put out the hellfire a little bit.
Yeah, there went my 10 gallons of water.
I think.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna yell at this demon general or this devil general. Oi, where the fuck is our cousin? This ain't part of the fucking deal.
Yeah, she's gonna ignore you. Frankie, you're up.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Reckless attacks, baby. Okay, 25 on the first attack.
Okay, and this is once again throwing the weapon?
No, this time I'm just gonna go up to her. Whack!
Are you really? Okay.
You're damn right.
I'm gonna say
we don't have our cousin with us now. Until that changes, things are gonna go very bad for somebody.
I'm gonna say this: her guard are within within attacking reach, and you would actually be going through their threatened squares. But as you run up, you see her with the slightest smile and nod, gesture to them to stand down. You come up, and she even gives you basically a freebie, and you connect with her again. Roll damage.
Okay. That is an 11 for the first attack.
Okay.
Second attack, same deal. That is 25 for just a measly 5. And then because I can do this now, it's light. I will use my item interact to take out my scimitar. And this is my offhand weapon attack. That's a 22 for force slashing damage. All the rest... Oh, no, sorry. That also is force damage because every attack I make is force damage.
Yeah.
Plus 2 for rage, right?
Oh,
Yep.
yes, that's right. Plus 2 on all
That's
of those for
21, 25, 27, 31 points of damage. Got it.
Yeah.
I will mention this. As you're running up, give me a perception check real quick. Not only is she opening herself up to you, but I'm going to give you a chance to notice something very important.
Nope.
No, you don't
notice anything.
Everybody else, if you guys want to notice something fun.
Yeah, I want to notice.
What are we doing?
All right, go for it.
Perception, you said?
Yep, perception.
15.
Okay. 16. All right,
7.
Casan and Anton. You guys notice that all the damage that Frankie did on his first hit has already healed by the time that he runs up and starts dicing into her again. Yeah, there's nothing that he can do to actually harm this person. But so she takes your 3 blows, and as you rear back for a 4th, she grabs the blade with her hand and she pulls it in and pulls you close and says, "My turn." 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yep. Bludgeon. Oh, and I actually have advantage. So
Oh, you have advantage. So try again. Yeah. 35.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, she's at 35.
35 to hit. Let's see, bludgeoning damage or when you use 2 hands. I'm going to say, yeah, the weapon emits a burst of cold that deals... Oh. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, so you're going to take... You're going to take 21 points of damage plus 32 points of damage. So that'll be 53 points of damage just on the first hit. Everyone else within 30 feet is going to take 17 cold damage as the life force and warmth is drained out of you. That is Anton, Tony, and Casan. The 3 of you are going to take 17 cold damage. And
is there a save against that?
No, because fuck you, that's why. And now that she's cracked you, just like brings the hammer down on your fucking head, she is now going to she knocks you silly with it and then grabs you by the throat. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I fail it because I am down.
Oh, you're already down?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't autofail con saves. I only
Did you have it?
autofail.
Did you have it from raging or?
Oh, have it right, of course. Yeah. So
No,
the first.
it breaks your DR, dude. It's magic. This isn't. This is going to break your rage because that's only against non-magical attacks.
Oh, yeah, then it is. Well, that's not actually true. If that's. It's certain damage types. So like cold breaks it, but anything that's like, psychic, but bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, all that gets halved. So if any of that is that, now if you're telling me that it breaks it anyway, that's
no, you're right. It's bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. It does not specify against non-magic. So you know what? I'm going to say that the first part of that hit is halved. So the 21, you're actually only going to take 10 of that. So you're going to take 42 points of damage instead of 53.
Oh, okay, I was still down.
Yeah. Okay, so you are down.
Because that 32 is not. What is that? What is the 32?
Yeah. By the way, and I should have specified, she actually doesn't have a sword on her. She's got a fucking warhammer. I completely forget. You know, I'm used to seeing all the art with the sword. But she's got a gigantic warhammer that is quite nasty, as you can tell. She's going to drop you into unconsciousness, and then, attacks twice with her flail and once with her yeah. She's going to hit you again. And so that's going to be one failed death save right there.
Yeah.
And she's going to hit you again.
That's 2 fails.
And that's it for the end of her turn this round. But she gets legendary actions. So, which she already
is that a critical?
She can only use a legendary action at the end of somebody else's turn.
I'm aware of that.
Okay.
I remember how legendary actions work, my friend. I'm just, putting it out there. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. That creature doesn't have to be conscious or standing in order to be burned. I'm just saying. So, you know what? That is a botch. So I'm going to say that second hit it lands on a part of the shell that doesn't actually it resists the damage. I'm going to say that even though it technically beats your AC.
Actually, that doesn't. Now that I look at that.
Which one? The 17?
Yeah, especially because it's not like 5e where Dex doesn't matter anymore. But even if it did, I have a -1 Dex. So if Dex didn't matter, it'd still help me out.
Hold on 1 second. Actually, you are technically already unconscious.
Yeah.
Attacked while unconscious. 2-hit multi-attack. Death saving throws beginning of the turn. Have advantage in any attack that hits the character as a critical hit. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll roll a 1.
Yeah.
Again.
So I'm gonna say that's actually the first attack, and now we're gonna roll
second flail.
Second flail.
Yeah, all right, that one hits after all.
Yeah. And so that'll be 3 hits right there, or 2 hits right there. You are at 2 failed saving throws, or 2 failed death saves right now.
Yeah, that checks out.
Did that wave of cold hit everybody? Did that hit Tiny Tony and Al Capone as well?
Yep. I'm going to say that actually hits them as well.
Wow, you son of a bitch.
Yep. So yeah, your little mini army is decimated at the moment. Actually, I'm going to give Al Capone an opportunity to fly away. To fly out of it, because I'm not 100% certain where they were on the floor when this went down.
Okay. What does that need to be rolled on with?
Just give me a dex save. I'm going to say DC is saving throw DC 17. Okay.
No.
All right. So yeah, Al Capone's going to take it. They would have taken half probably anyway. So, yep.
So she just poofed my mini army.
Yep.
That bitch.
And by the way, you could tell by her body language that she has every intention of finishing Seth off, or Frankie off next round, or as soon as she has opportunity to. So we will go on now. That was a held action. Casan, it's back to you.
All right. I am going to continue to try and defend Frankie.
Okay, give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. 11.
11. Yeah, she's like, no, he attacked me. You know, you should have stopped your boy. Is there anything else you want to try to do?
Can I bonus action feed him a healing potion?
You are not close enough to do that right now. I mean, you can try and move in and do that, but just...
Well, previously I put myself in between the two of them.
Yes,
so
but then
Frankie rushed in front of me to attack her.
Yeah, but the thing is that there was a significant amount of distance between them, and he just blew past you. I'm going to say that you could move there to do it.
Yeah.
But you reckon... Are you going to, like, throw yourself on top of him and beg for mercy?
Yeah.
All right, give me one more persuasion check.
Okay. Straight persuasion?
Straight persuasion.
24.
She snickers. Pathetic. And then she looks up. Now you guys just basically don't exist to her anymore. Bring me the High Observer. Tony, what are you doing a history check for? What do you need to know?
I'm doing a history check based on the contract that we did a whole bunch of reading over, etc., in terms of whether this individual just broke the contract or whether the person that it serves broke the contract in terms of we performed our deed, we're missing one of our signatories, and we were not simply summoned back. We were effectively injured and then put in
Summoned with prejudice.
I think, no, I would say that technically they are not in breach because this is not someone that you are contracted with. You are contracted with Moloch, and this is not Moloch. And there actually is a clause in there that basically says that if you guys fuck around and get yourselves killed, that's your own damn fault.
Why did we sign this? It's the worst contract.
It's not even that bad. Have you seen? Do you remember like Columbia Music House?
Yeah. Although if you returned there or that whatever they sent you often enough, sometimes they would just give up on you. I know that for a fact because I did that to them in college. I kept returning everything when they sent it, and after a while they just stopped sending me shit. And I got to keep the 6 CDs for a penny. Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, old school. And then Napster happened. So, and back in the day, we had a T1 in my dorm room. Mm-hmm. So.
Nice.
I do.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah. So can't rely on that legalese.
All right. Miggy, you do hear you hear the call come out, and you actually feel the High Observer on shaky feet get up, rise up, and get to her feet, and behold this this fiend before her. Mm-hmm. And she says, I am the High Observer. And she says, and the fiend responds, where is Thavius Krieg?
She's hit in the head. I first of all, a healing word stabilize my brother.
Okay.
Thank you, kindly.
Yeah, thank you. That's basic.
That gets counterspelled.
Oh. Counter spells?
Yeah. She doesn't do it, but somebody does.
Oh, then I immediately rushed with the healer's kit then to him.
Well, Casan's already on top of him. Casan, were you going to feed him a potion?
I was.
Okay. I'm going to say that your pleading bought you enough time where if you give me a sleight of hand check, I will say that you could potentially get it off.
All right. 14.
What is her passive perception?
He wouldn't be raging anymore either way.
This is true.
Yep.
Yeah, we fixed that problem. Got it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say that she doesn't give a shit at this point. So, yeah, you do have a roll for the healing potion.
Okay.
All right. Inventory, healing potion. 7.
7. Okay. Yep. So, Frankie, you're back up to 7 hit points.
Thanks, guys. I know I don't deserve that, but I appreciate it.
Okay. She got hit in the head, so she's a little confused right now.
Do you speak for her then?
Well, I mean, I could answer some questions. I wouldn't say I speak for her. I don't really speak for anybody. I barely speak for me.
No one needs to speak for me, she says with an unsteady voice and even unsteadier gait. Thavius Krieg is dead. Interesting. The coward's way out. We'll fix that.
Oh, good.
As you are now in charge here, congratulations. You have now inherited your kingdom and all that it is due. So, Madam High Observer, your city is now property of Avernus. I will inform you now of what is going to happen, and then you are going to allow this to happen, because this is per the terms of the contract that your predecessor made and then cowardly tried to escape from. Your city will be dragged into the river Styx, where it will be fully submerged. Everyone that is here, every being, living or dead, shall be press-ganged into the armies into my devilish armies to take on the hordes of demons pouring through from the abyss. There is no escaping this. Those that are dead will be raised as undead. Those who are living still may have the good fortune of becoming devils themselves. Their souls forfeit, therefore they may have the opportunity to grow in power and rank within their new society. Those who resist will be put down with prejudice.
Aren't we supposed to fight prejudice? It's bad, right?
Sometimes it's better not to resist at all, my dear crack-shelled friend. Now then, I expect that once you gather yourself and clean yourself up, you and your pathetic presence will go out and inform the citizenry that still live of their new circumstances and tell them to accept their fates. Otherwise, I have no problem with having this entire hunk of rock immolated, raising you all as zombies and putting you directly on the front lines where your entrails shall be recycled over and over and over again in this bloody, unending war for all time. And while you may not have the consciousness to appreciate and have what some would consider to be cogent thought, I can guarantee that you will feel every bit of pain and agony for all eternity, if you choose that fate. So, get your house in order. She turns to leave.
Hey, Casan. You ever see anybody that's that much of a coward that they gotta enslave an entire city because they're so
I'm just
scared?
gonna gingerly
that
put my
enemies
hand over his
are
mouth.
gonna...
She stops at the doorway and says, "Oh, right, one more thing," and turns and points at Frankie. Frankie, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. 23.
All right, you actually made the save. So good on you. This is still going to suck. Okay, So Finger of Death for
Ah.
55 cut in half is going to be, for the made save, is going to be 26 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Yep. And that does reduce your hit point cap still.
Okay, great.
Yep. So,
but we're on a different plane.
Are you conscious or unconscious right now? You're very much unconscious, I think.
There we go. Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Okay, cool. And they depart.
I'm going to stabilize Frankie, but I'm not going to wake him up.
Smart. I appreciate that. As a player, I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Let me see. You weren't killed outright.
I was not. That's true.
Yeah. So you're not dead. I will say that you can get stabilized on this. But yeah, you do let out an ungodly howl as this necrotic energy literally starts tearing your soul apart. And but with the medicine check, you are stabilized for the moment. If you had failed to save, that probably would have finished.
Oh, it's higher than my max HP.
Yeah,
but it's not higher than double my max HP. So.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so, yeah, the three of you guys. Seth, you're unconscious right now. Matt, Paul, Anton, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we need to find Vicki and get out of this place because bad things are going to happen to these people because of what that coward who took the coward's way out. That's who he was really talking about, not anyone else. He made the deal. And so,
I just want to make this point. She was going to fucking finger of death him no matter what. So that was, you just started talking and she's like, oh, I'll step on the bug. I was going to step on you anyway, but now double fuck you. So,
anyway, so look at, we need to find Vicki and we need to get out of here before whatever happens to these people is not our fault. It has nothing to do with any choices we made.
Yep.
Needs to get out of here. This is their fault. This is their bad thing. They should have fought the vampires and won, or whatever. They bought peace at the price of I don't know.
It's the ships. There's nothing we can do. It's This is long before us. Yeah, but we got to figure out.
She kicked Frankie's.
Where Vicki is.
She's scary.
It's pretty handy.
Casan and Tony, give me wisdom checks. Or actually intelligence checks.
Yeah.
Both your strong suits, I know.
Not it.
14.
Okay, 14.
It's a good day for Casan when it comes to intelligence check.
13.
All right, Casan, something's bugging you. Something is bugging you about this whole situation. And you can't put your finger on it. You're actually so close to the DC, it hurts. But I'm going to say that there's just something bugging you about this whole fucking scenario, and you just can't put your finger on it.
Are they thinking? Are they making thinky face?
Casan is suddenly making a thinky face. Yeah.
Oh, I give him guidance so he thinks better.
All right. Give me. You gonna ask him about it first? Or you gonna just ask him what's going on?
I don't know. It's I don't know. Are you thinking?
I'm thinking.
Oh,
Can't you smell that burning?
And so I reach out and touch him. And
you're like, that might be Frankie, but you're not sure.
Here, the tree face will help you think better.
Yeah. You can see, you have it on the tip of your tongue, on the tip of your brain. You have this thing, and you don't know like what it is. Something is just bothering you about this whole scenario. Yeah, and with the guidance kicking in, there's something about that contract, that agreement, that is just like that damned everybody here. You have a lot of concerns all of a sudden. You're thinking back to it, and you can't quite put a finger on it all. You know that it is laying about, and you feel like you really, really need to look at it right now.
At the contract?
Yeah. You're not quite sure where it is because it was floating in midair when everything dropped.
Oh, the contract that came out of the box.
The contract that came out of the box, yes. The one that doomed the city. The one that you actually had to puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hence why you are like...
A little walking a little bow-legged.
Yeah, walking a little bow-legged right now. Yeah.
All right. Guys, we need to take a look at that contract. Help me look for it.
All right, give me a round of investigation checks.
I'm going to go back to looking for Vicki because I don't really care about the contract.
I'm out cold, so I'm not investigating crap.
Nope.
All right, yep.
That is by design.
Yeah, good call. Again, I appreciate it. As the player, Seth, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Got it. All right, Tony. You think that if I'm going to say that if you want to keep searching for about a good 10 minutes or so, you're going to locate it. Do you want to take that time?
Well, I think I'm searching for that and for Vicki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys don't know where Vicki is, and as you're digging about, you're gonna run across the contract first.
Okay.
So if you take about 10 minutes, you're gonna find it. It's actually, being a magical contract, it's in relatively pristine condition. The puzzle box also.
I found it. Casan.
I'll rush over to Tony and try to figure out what's nagging me about this.
Does anyone read Infernal but me?
No.
Casan, you're able to understand it if you do comprehend language, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I couldn't really read it anyway. I could speak it just fine, but reading it would be hard.
All right, so I put it in the... All right, I'm going to let you look at it for a little while. And yeah, Casan, you are just poring over this thing, looking at it, going like, I don't understand. There's something fucking weird about this. Like, this doesn't, like, what? Now, as you guys keep looking for Vicki, the High Overseer turns and says, "You two, you are able-bodied and on your feet, unlike most of the other people in this room. You need to go out and get more help, because there's a lot of injured and dying people here right now. So unless you're going to be able to magically start healing people or take that healer's kit around, go get more help." And perhaps history books won't remember you as harbingers of doom.
She said that to me and Miggy. Who's she saying that to?
To you and Miggy. And Casan, you're pouring over that contract real hard.
I start tending to the wounded, I guess. But, like, most of these people are dead. And the other ones aren't... I mean, if someone's dying, I'll give them some medical attention. But, like, if someone's just hurting, I don't bother.
Okay. Do you... what do you do as you come across the dead?
What do I do as I come across the dead? I move on. I don't got time for them, like, to do last rites.
How high up is the hole? I mean, like, I guess I'm doing the calculus of, even if she's asking to find healers, is there any way up, as it were, of, like, to even get anyone in here?
Like, what do you mean up?
Well, we fell down, so I'm saying, like, these archways, are they clearly stair?
Not like a whole. As you look about, everything where you are looks the same as it was on the surface, except for the fact that it seems like shit has collapsed in. Okay.
The whole city has fallen down.
The whole yeah, well, you haven't wandered outside yet, so you don't know what the state of things is. But you look around and you look out through, like I said, through the holes in the ceiling of the building, and you see that the clouds are red, that the companion is there. It's a menacing black orb now that's crackling with white lightning. You're clearly back in Avernus at this point. But as you look about, everything else basically looks the same, except it looks like instead of it being, Paris 1935, it's like Paris 1941 after shit's been getting bombed for 2 years, So,
okay.
Yeah.
When we came in, was there a clear area beforehand of where like the healers were?
I mean, it could. There's not like a guild
Gotcha.
or anything like that you're aware of. It's just getting help right now
Gotcha.
is what you've been asked to do.
So I'll tell them. I'm gonna try and find some help. You guys good? I'm gonna be just a few minutes.
Okay. All right. Let me see. And Miggy, I'm just looking at something real quick. I'm rolling something for you, Migs, so don't worry about it. Yeah, no, okay, never mind. Yeah, you continue on exactly as you described. All right, Tony, you go outside. And as you head out into the other parts of the High Observer's Tower, yeah, everything is looking similar. The rest of the structure, the tower is actually pretty soundly built. That cathedral being much more decorative, I had a lot more stuff that wasn't as structurally sound that was easy for it to come down. But the rest of the tower, considering the fact that most of that structure in the main section of it is load bearing, fared a lot better, even with the shockwave that rippled through the city. You go out into the streets and buildings are collapsed, things are on fire. There's people crying and screaming. And you look about, and it seems like the ground is, the streets are there. The streets are there, and it's chaos, and there's fire. Give me a perception check. Got it. Okay.
Not so great.
Yeah, it's like
2.
It's as if this whole thing was plane shift just directly into hell. Just like you're looking about, and it's just like, wow, you see the skies, you see the companion, you see the streets and everything. Like the whole city is just like in Avernus at this point.
The crying and the screaming, does it seem to be people from the environment, or are they like everybody? Okay, so it's not
there are as you come out, there are some. It seems like that when everything fell, the ground fell away, and people met it. Some of them met unfortunate ends as they splatted onto the cobblestones after the ground fell out from under them as they caught up with it. Others, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out whether there's any healers to be found, or whether there's so much destruction that any healer, etc., is going to be basically attending to the massive mess around them.
Anybody that is an able-bodied person that is moved to help is helping right now. You can tell already. Okay. But give me an investigation check real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You actually go roaming through the streets for a little bit. You to your credit, you do take a little bit of time to go and do this. And I need actually everybody to make a dexterity saving throw right now, except for Frankie. All right. All right, and Tony, can I get one from you?
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah,
is
it dex saving throw?
Yep. 5. All right. Yeah, at one point, you guys being inside, you don't feel this as much. But Tony, as you're walking down the street, you suddenly feel like a jerk shoot through the ground. It actually knocks you off your feet. It's so violent and quick. And then as you get back up, you realize that the ground actually has a little bit of a list to one side. Following this, you come around a corner and see something sitting. Well, no, actually what you do is you come around a corner and you almost wind up walking off of a ledge that wasn't there just a moment ago. And you actually managed to stop yourself from stepping out into thin air. And as you look down, you see that you are actually hundreds and hundreds of feet up in the air. Directly beneath you looks to be a roaring, raging body of bloody water. And as you look to side, you actually see what looks to be giant hooks sunk into the edges of the ground. And as you peer down, those hooks have giant chains that lead down to gears and winches, gigantic winches on the ground hundreds of feet below. The city is currently suspended in midair and is slowly being dragged into the river Styx by these chains and hooks. Now, judging how much of a list that was, it wasn't much of one, and judging how far that jerk or how hard that jerk was, you don't know how long this is going to take. It's not like you feel the city descending at the moment. But, you know, at one point the chain jerked and things got a little bit lower and a little tilted. You are horrified at this revelation, suitably so, of course. And you turn around and start heading back to the High Observer's Tower. On your way, you hear a warrior's cry and the sound of steel on steel. And it sounds like a fight is going on nearby.
I run towards it.
Okay, you run towards it.
It's on the way back towards where my family is, right?
General direction. Same
Yep.
General direction. You wind up taking a...
General direction, I go forward.
Major problem.
Yep.
It's a major problem.
Major problem. You turn a corner, and you actually see a gigantic, hulking, bearded devil locked in combat with an armored figure. And as you turn, you see the point of a sword burst through the back of this hulking, devilish figure, and it fall.
Is it a devil or a demon?
This looks like... give me a religion check, actually.
14. Been pretty good so far at spotting my devils versus demons.
All right. Yeah, this looks to be a devil of some variety. It has the armor and the rank and stuff like that.
And is it the demons that are attacking it, or other
no?
devils?
This is a... Actually, you know what? You fought one of these earlier. This appears to be a bearded devil. So this is like what you guys took up with earlier. And it looks like that it was just slain by a human knight, a woman. She appears wounded, but she is standing, panting. Now, who may you be?
Well, I'm Anthony Tortletoni. Who the heck are you? I'm looking for Vicki. You seen Vicki? Hard to miss. Tall turtle. Fuck off crossbow. Big blingy necklace. Bashes heads.
I know not who you speak of, and she takes a step forward and staggers and clutches her side. At this point, you do notice that there is apparently a hole in her armor where she was hit earlier.
You a paladin? I'm going back to where the High Observer is. Who the heck are you?
I'm 80 Barrel Korth. I'm a knight of the realm. She winces and it just holds on to her side.
Right.
So I take it you're a friend, or do I have to do unto you what I just did unto this?
Yeah. If you're a citizen of the city, then yeah, I'm a friend. I mean, look, do I look like a friggin' demon or devil? I mean, if
I've
you
never
wanna...
seen one of your type before.
Oh, my type. You gotta read more books. You know, I hold out some of my tools. Look at all my good stuff here. I'm an inventor. I create stuff, and we come in here trying to help all yous, and you guys.
Yeah, give me a perception check real quick.
4.
4. Yep. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna. You bleeding to death? Do you need some help? Do you need some?
Give me a persuasion check real quick.
9.
9. I shall. No. You actually do as you get a little. Are you approaching her? Are you getting any closer, or are you gonna just?
I'm not. If she.
She. Yeah.
Yeah. If she seems skittish by my approach, I'm not gonna try and.
Well, she just finished. She's still on a very angry adrenaline high, having just been in Mortal Kombat with a devil. So, she's clearly holding her side, and she has her sword reached out and pointed at you. But she does not appear. I mean, she could try to put up a fight, but the closer. I will say that the more that you look at her now, you can actually see that she's going into a cold sweat and getting paler and paler by the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna say, look, don't make me. I'm going to help you, okay? I'm going to help you. I got to go back to your High Observer because I got to find my cousin. No disrespect, but you ain't my top priority, but I'm not going to let you bleed out on the street here, okay? So I'm going to patch you up. If you want to come with me, that's good. If you want to stay here and do whatever crazy stuff, you do that. But don't do the old fuck around and find out when it comes to the Tortletonis, okay? I'm going to patch you up, but don't.
All right. You know what? Take one more perception check with advantage. I mean, not perception. Persuasion. I'll give you that. All right.
My high is a 7.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's solid.
She says, "No, back, you devil," and she's apparently delirious at this point. And she actually kind of stumbles forward towards you and falls unconscious. And now you can actually see that her side is bleeding quite freely. This woman's going to bleed out if you don't do something.
All right, I'll fix her up. I'll patch her up.
Okay. Are you going to use magic or medicine check?
Let's see. What do I haven't. Was all that damage, was that above? That was flowing all over. That was more than an AC 18. So my healing cannon is gone. It's toast. Well, it's been a while.
What the ice damage? That was just automatic.
Okay.
That was just automatic at that point. So yeah, your healing cannon is not present.
Yeah, that's no good. Okay. Because I haven't seen, if anything, how things work down here, I'm gonna go ahead and fire off 1 cure wounds on her for max curing.
All right, there you go.
11.
Yeah, you touch her. You touch her wound, and you watch as it stitches and closes itself, and she looks up. She sees you, and thank you. It has been a very strange day.
Yeah. Don't mention it. I take her sword and I put it back in her sheath. I'm like, okay, listen, you jabroni, you're coming with me. Got your High Observer over here. You guys can sort it out. If you're so inclined of being polite, you'll help me find my cousin Vicki, okay? Let's go.
Okay.
Don't say Tortletoni's never did nothing for you, okay? Next Zaz on you. And
All
that's not a sex thing, that's pizza. It's a food. Pizza. You guys probably haven't heard of it over here.
She's not quite like clocking any of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just yammering to her as I'm looking around as we're walking along.
Give me one more perception check.
$18.
Okay. As you go by, as you get closer to back to the High Observer's Tower, you hear from a collapsed building cries for help.
Hey, you good? I'm gonna go try and see what's going on over here. You gonna come with?
Lead the way. Yeah, you start heading towards the spot that is that this building is collapsed. It looks like that the sounds are coming from a ground level, and by what I mean ground level, I mean like ground level on the ground window with bars on it. And as you look at this collapsed building, you actually find a sign that says, the guard, or that this is like the guard, a guard station, and the window looks like it leads to a jail or dungeon or something. But the cries for help are coming from in there.
Okay, I go and take a look.
All right. As you look in, you don't have dark vision. Give me a perception check.
Balls.
Okay. Yeah, you bust out a glowing ball. You toss it down there. Yeah, give me just a perception check real quick just to see what you see. All right, 5. You look in there and you see you hear multiple voices, but you see at least one person who is close to the window crying for help. It looks like part of the floor has collapsed into this cell. From the floor above has collapsed into this cell, and you actually do see what looks to be a leg pinned, and then someone else whose torso is currently being crushed by the by the floor above, and they're struggling and calling for help. They've got their torso and one arm pinned, the other arm is reaching out, and they're calling with all their might.
All right, I try and extricate them.
Okay, you can see them as you go look through the window. The walls still seem to be kind of solid from the outside, and the window is still barred. So getting down to extricate them would mean entering the building and getting down to where they are.
So it looks like it's going to take a lot. It would take a fair bit of time, right?
It would take a fair bit of time and effort, yeah.
All right. I'm going to say, hey, who use? I got to get back. I'll send people over here. Who the heck are yous?
The guy is just screaming in pain and yelling for help.
Do I think I can get to him before he dies if he's screaming in pain and all this?
Give me an insight check.
16.
16. The guy needs help now, but you can't assess like the length of the injuries or the risk that he's in without getting closer. Not from where you guys are at the moment.
All right. I go in to help him.
Okay. So you go around to what was the front of the building. At this point, the night Lady Beryl is getting to be a little bit more cogent. And as the Barb Devil's poison works its way out of her system, due to your timely healing, she says, who's down there?
I don't know. People need help.
But that's the jail.
Yeah.
Well, they're prisoners.
In all due respect, your leader sold you all out to the devil, or a big devil. So I don't know what you all do around here. There might be somebody in there who's a healer who can help people.
Fair enough. Let's go. Okay, so you guys go inside. The door to the jail actually still stands. as do most of the external walls, as you do like a loop around the three sides of the building because it's on a corner. And you don't seem to find an easy way in. Oh, there's a door. There's at least a front door and a back door. They're both locked at the moment.
Can I lock? I mean, are the locks destroyed, or can I?
The doors still seem to be locked at the moment.
Lockpick them?
Give it a shot. Give me a Thieves' Tools check.
Which is what, straight Dex? I think it is.
Yeah. Dex plus proficiency.
So Dex plus proficiency, that would be a 22.
Good enough for this show. Yep, you actually do manage to pick the lock that leads to into the jail. So yeah, you managed to not bad for the town guard station. The DC on that was 20. I was expecting you to have to break it down, but good for you. Yeah, you pick the door open, and she's like, and Lady Beryl is very impressed with this. Going, I see.
I build machines for a living. It's not. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just it's not Tortletoni quality. Just say it.
As you open up the door, you can actually see that if you stepped in, if you didn't look before you walked in, you wouldn't have noticed that the floor has fallen away, and that's exactly what fell into the cell below, which is where the person is yelling. You think you could actually make a jump onto the slanted ground, but you know that landing on it, being a 600-pound, 6'6" turtle,
450. 450.
Okay, I'm thinking of
equipment, but hey.
Yes, exactly. You might be. You could potentially, if you botch the check, you could potentially land so hard on this floor that it'll deal damage to anyone who's pinned under it. Or you could try and climb straight down into the. Could just climb straight down.
I'll climb straight. Would it be athletics?
Give me an athletics check.
Or acrobatics.
No, I mean, Jesus, acrobatics.
Straight, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So I try to climb straight down. I do a 3. I guess I slip.
You're turning around, and as you try to lower yourself down, you wind up slipping, and it's only a 10-foot fall. So I'm going to say that instead of taking any damage, you just land gracelessly on your back and
on your shell,
on the back of your shell. If you had botched it, I would say that maybe you landed on the guy, but thankfully you didn't. So you managed to get yourself back up as Lady Beryl lowers herself down next to you, and you see actually what looks to be the person who is pinned and can see you, going, "Oh, thank you, thank the gods, please help us. Thank the companion for that you're here." You could potentially try to lift this chunk of floor, which would be incredibly difficult to do, or you could try to maybe cut a piece and break them out, or I don't know if you can come up with any other sort of solution at the moment. You also notice that there are other limbs sticking out, and you hear cries of and moans of pain and cries coming from behind the surface. So it sounds like there might be other people living who are just on the other side of things.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna try and taking a look at it. I've got my block and tackle and all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna try
you're gonna try and engineer it?
I'm gonna engineer this shit. Yeah.
Go for it.
What the best way for engineering this out of here? What would the?
You know what? Give me an insight check with advantage, because now you're looking at this with math. 17. Okay. Yeah, you've identified a couple of spots that you could potentially either lift with a block and tackle if you could find a place to hang it, or you could use some simple levers to create enough space to get people out. And you are
levers. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. In that case, you're going to need some sort of long pole or other, very sturdy, preferably metal device in order to create the leverage.
Yeah. Do we have anything like that, looking like that, laying around? I mean, I've got a crowbar, and I can always make I've got plenty of pitons, etc. Can always extend it out by, creating a kind of break-a-bar.
Yeah, give me an investigation check to see if you could find something suitable.
19.
19. Okay, so you find that one of the other windows actually had, or another window that had collapsed. Actually, the bars of the window are they're sunk pretty deep into the stone stoneworking that anchored them. So you, with a 19 investigation check, managed to find a metal bar that is loose enough that you are able to pull it out, and it is decently long. Combine that with your crowbar, and you and your sister, you and your lady could potentially get enough leverage to lift this thing. You think?
All right, I science it.
Okay, give me a strength check with advantage, and I'm going to do the same with my character, with my NPC.
I do not have a whole lot of strength. That's pretty good. 17.
17. Okay. Yeah, you know what? 17, and she got a 15. I'm going to say that you guys are able to lift it up enough that you feel the pressure come off of the person who's yelling and screaming, and you give me an athletics check. One more.
Athletics check. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a straight roll as well. That's going to be a 10.
10. Yeah, you're able to pull them out and clear them. As you are pulling, you can kind of you're actually able to use your foot in one hand to kind of brace your crowbar contraption up long enough to be able to pull the other person out. They are howling in pain as you pull on their torso with broken ribs and other things, but they're generally alive. They're able to clear. You see the other limbs start to disappear. 2 of the sets of limbs don't move. It's clear that the people on the other side, you can actually see pools of red there, so they probably did not make it. But you were able to pull out this peasant, this commoner, and he's on the ground, writhing in pain, but very much alive.
In assessing him, is he bleeding out or?
Give me a medicine check.
Is he stable? Yeah. Oh boy. 2.
You think that he's probably got some broken bones, but generally he looks like he's gonna be okay. He's not coughing up blood. Doesn't seem to be bleeding, obviously. So you think that this guy just, you think he kind of lucked out. That he's probably just got some broken ribs and he's doing all right.
Probably bringing to my brother now.
You got any special skills or abilities? What's your name? We got a lot of people need help.
I can't move.
What do you mean you can't move?
I
Can't feel your toes? Can't feel your legs? What's going on?
And he tries to talk, and suddenly he's wheezing, and you actually hear like a whistle as he opens his mouth and tries to breathe.
Sounds like a punctured lung. Would a healer's kit heal that, or is that something that requires either a potion or magic?
Magic would fix it the fastest. A healer's kit is good for stabilizing someone who's unconscious. I would say that, you know what, if you give me a medicine check to see if you can figure out how to handle that. Nope.
5.
Nope, you're like, no, you can't think of it. I mean, the medicine,
right.
Yeah.
Time's a wasting. I don't know what's going on. I slapped this guy's face with a basically give him some healing. Little Mama Tortletoni's love.
Yeah.
Of cure wounds.
Okay.
He gets healed for 7.
Okay, that actually basically magically restores him. You watch as the dents and broken bones in his chest actually all kind of fill back out, and his wrenched arm that he hadn't even been paying attention to yet kind of like reshapes itself, and his breathing normalizes, and he's exhausted from the pain, but is grateful for the relief. And he gets up and says, "What happened?"
I guess you was in here. Now this whole city's in hell. And are you a citizen of this city?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Bad news is you're probably pressed into servitude for forever, but you need to do what you can to help others until you gotta atone. So you a healer? You got any skills? What's going on?
I was in here for pickpocketing.
Oh, okay. So you go with your fingers. You go with finding small things. You got to go and find some people and help pull people out. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
If he seems unstable, I take a little smudge of dirt and I put a little T on his forehead. I say, in the name of the Tortletonis, go forward and help people.
Okay. And he gets up and he climbs out and looks around, and you see him kind of like just stop and stare in amazement at the at the companion in its current state and everything else around him, and he's horrified. And you're like, he'll get used to it. So you and Lady Beryl, wind up helping out a couple more people and climb out of there eventually and start heading back. Matt, give me one more insight check. All right. Yep. You're stuck, man. You're having such a hard time like looking at this, going like, this is just, there's so much wrong here and you can't really figure it out.
So at some point when, after a couple of minutes after after all the devils like went away, I wake Frankie up.
Okay.
And because I need him. All right. So like while that's all happening, Frankie.
Yep.
Hey, Frankie, wake up. Frankie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Did we get her?
No, you didn't win. She was very strong and very scary, like Vicki when you wanted to take her shinies. She was terrifying. Okay. But
She ran away though, huh?
Yeah. She ran away good. Hey, no. Look, Frankie, I need you to be a leader. I need you to be smart right now because this is way too much for me.
What's happening?
We still got people stuck under the rubble. I need you and your vast strength and your leadership to be able to organize all the people, get more people over here and get all these people out of the rubble so I can treat all the wounded so we can find Vicki.
We didn't find Vicki yet?
No, we didn't find Vicki yet.
Okay.
So drink a potion and get through.
Okay. Let's do it. All right. What other potions do I got left? Potion of healing. I got 4 of them.
All right.
I'm going to drink 1.
Okay. Mark it off.
Ugh. All right.
Yep, that happened.
Well, I have half my total HP.
Oh, right, you're down. I hit you with lesser restoration.
All right. How much HP does it get me back?
It's a D6.
Oh, great.
You get 3 hit points back on your cap.
Yeah.
Okay. 27 override.
Okay. And then I'm going in. I'm checking everyone that we found. I check in on Casan.
Mm-hmm. All right. What do you want to say with Casan?
Hey, I mean, I know that paper's important for something. I really don't know. I'm sorry. But we need to find Vicki. That's really important.
I know, Mikey. All right.
All right.
Something on this is we got to devote time to it. It affects everybody.
Well, read it to me, and maybe we, by you saying it out loud, maybe we'll find something.
All right. Let's look for Vicki. I'll read it to you as we're looking.
Okay. Can we use my insight? Just the idiot's insight on this?
Yeah, sure.
Nope. I'm gonna be inspired.
All right, give me an inspiration.
I
All right, yeah, you guys.
doubled my roll.
This shit seems ironclad to y'all. I'm just saying.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me a round of investigation checks.
For those inside there, correct? No.
Yep. Give me. Yeah. And actually, Tony, as you come back in with Lady Beryl, you both can contribute as
Say
well.
inside or investigation?
Investigation. All right. I'm going to say after about a good 10 minutes or so of shoveling through the through the debris, Lady Beryl with a 19 says, "I think I found someone. I think this is one of your kin." She says to Tony.
Okay. I rush on over.
Yep. And yeah, you do see a telltale bedazzled shell starting to stick up out of some rubble.
Hey, Vicky's over here.
I rush over.
Okay. Yeah, you guys do find her. You manage to extricate her. She is unconscious but alive.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she looks like she's got a nasty contusion on her head.
She's got one more thing too.
What's that?
A potion of healing. She only heals 6, but you know.
All right.
I know. But we have to get her.
All right. Yeah. So you get she wakes back up. Merlot. You know. This is worse than that hangover on that girls' weekend. What the fuck happened here?
The town made the deal with the devil, like we knew. And
Miggy, what did you do?
I didn't. We did the message like they said. It's not our fault. They made the deal, not us.
Yeah.
Lady Beryl says, "I made no deal."
No, but your hero guy did.
Yeah, your old high overseer did.
What are you? You
so
some kind of lawyer, something? Maybe. Why don't you have a look at the contract here if you're so smart?
He did. Unfortunately, he spoke for all use. I don't know whether.
Wait.
Oh, maybe that's the whole thing, eh? Is he in any position to speak for everybody?
Wait.
Is that what you're thinking, Vicki?
No. This is oaths. Okay, so every time there was a new high priest at the church, right? Every time a new person took over a new position at the church, everyone under them had to take new oaths.
Yeah.
Because the other oaths were all invalidated because the person died or because the person left their position. So the oaths needed to be renewed. And if everyone hadn't renewed all their oaths to the new high overseer, then none of them are under oath to the city when they got dragged down here. So that only the high overseer and whoever did the ceremony and first took their oaths would then be damned. But everybody else would be the oaths would be invalid.
Unless he promised. I mean, we got to take a look at the paper again. Unless he, spoke for everybody. But the question is he able to speak for everybody?
Well, I don't know. I think people who are in charge, they can speak for other people. That's what being in charge is.
They are. That Tony, I'm in my predicament with the whole soul reaping because my great whatever.
That's a lot of grace.
Signed away all of our servitudes. So
right, but that's within
that
the family,
angle.
right?
That angle works.
Well, there's a good chance. Just thinking about it, I didn't think about it before. I probably know somebody in town who might know a little bit more about the laws of this land and be able to speak to whether or not, the leader gets to speak for people.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing, Casan, like, somebody can sometimes speak for their own, like, bloodline, but, like, everybody else's bloodline, like, that seems kind of strange.
I don't know. I think Miggy's on something with the fact that everyone had to renew their oath and hasn't. Because the contract does.
Well, I guess
say
I turn
oath-bound.
to the knight. It said, like, hey, pardon me for being curt, but who the heck do you guys swear your oaths to?
The companion.
Okay, that might be a problem.
Well, the companion was Monter's gift.
But I guess here's the whole thing: if it wasn't what you thought it was, is that?
I don't know, and I don't care about technicalities. All I do know is that I will not let anyone sell my soul for me, and I'm going to resist this with every fiber of my being.
Right. I'm just saying these devils, they're all about technicalities and specifics.
I made no deal with no devil.
Yeah, the problem is whether like your leader did.
I don't fucking care.
Okay. I appreciate your spunk. 100%. That's very Tortletoni. That's on brand. I love it. What were you going to say, Miggy?
I mean, so knights in stories, and I don't know how knights work here. I just know from stories, like knights always swear to, like, uphold the realm and defend the faithless or
Yes,
faithful and be
the chivalric code. Yes, I've sworn my life to it.
But also but to obey the commands of. So there's someone that you're supposed to obey, and it wasn't the big bright light in the sky.
The High Overseer.
Did you renew your oath?
Of course I am keeping my oath, but to serve, I serve the High Overseer, and I serve the realm of El Terrell. If the realm is forsaken, though, I'm not serving these devils.
Do you know your oath off the top of your head?
I don't have a copy of it out of game, guys.
Yeah.
So
I guess what Miggy's getting at is, did you re-swear to the new overseer, to the new high overseer?
Our oaths transcend the High Overseer. It is to the office, not to the holder.
But do you renew them when the new holder comes around, even if you think it's just a formality?
It's in perpetuity.
Well, then that doesn't work. Never mind.
Well, then I guess the question is,
if they are saying the defenders of El Terrell, if my life is forfeit due to some blood pact, so be it. But there are women, children, there are civilians, commoners here that swore an oath, that are not defenders, that are just citizens, that are going to be absorbed into this force.
That sounds like somebody overstepped.
Yes, it seems to me like if they're going to lay claim to the lands, they're also laying claim to all individuals on it, whether they are sworn defenders or not. And I'm sure, as any barrister will tell you, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, but
they're going.
In my experience, that doesn't mean what you think it means. I heard this one time. Anyway, it's not important.
Yeah.
It seems to me that these legions are going to supplement their numbers by those who are apparently sworn and those who are not.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, Tony, you remember what those things are that get people on technicalities? The wraith, whatnot, the things that are going to chase us down throughout time and all eternity if we violate our deals.
If you break your word, I probably do. What would that be? It's the thing we talked about.
The Modrons.
Yeah, the Modrons. The Modrons. The big badasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we get some Modrons here? How do we do that?
I don't. Let's see here. How do we summon a Modron?
How do you get a what?
A Modron.
Yeah, you don't know how to plane shift.
Good question. We need to go and do some caring here. We need to speak to some managers.
She kind of like you see her lips curl back in a little bit of a smile, and she's like, I don't know who you would go to for accountability in this case. I would tell you though that that something has to be done immediately though, because there are thousands of people here who do not bear an oath to defend that are going to be collateral damage if something isn't done.
We need like an exodus or something.
Give me a round of perception checks. Anton, Anton and Frankie, the two of you, you guys start hearing sounds of chaos from outside. It sounds to me like, you had originally, heard, it sounds like it's very faint. It's like it's coming from below.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear, actually, and Frankie, you in particular, you sense it more than you hear it, but you sense something opening somewhere beneath you.
I got a real bad feeling about this, guys. Something open up beneath us. I don't know why. I just got this bad feeling about that.
Yeah. I'm just noticing also, I'm thinking of what the whole thing was. It's the Oathbound are the ones that are, having an issue. So any of these like non-Oathbound folks should be free to go. But also it's the whole thing was if it was Zuriel's wish. So, Zuriel's got some deal-making capacity.
Give me an insight check on that.
14.
That would be considered an undefined legal gray area that could be quite a problem in a court of in any sort of court.
Which one? The all persons bound by oath to defend?
No, the other part. Hold on.
Zuriel's wish.
Zuriel's wish. Yeah.
If that is Zuriel's wish.
We can't.
If that is Zuriel's wish, Zuriel wished for the companion to return with the land of El Terrell, and it did. So that is.
Wait, so desired or wished for it to come here?
Small W wish, not tall W wish.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think good news is from all this thinking about is that the anyone who's not oathbound, like these women and kids who ain't oathbound to Al-Zariel, they should be good to get the heck out of the furnace, as it were.
How? Literally how? Look, are they opening up portals? Are they going to return us? No. They're going to plunge this fucking city into the river Styx, and we're all going to be turned into devils. And it's all through the fact that they have no form of... they're free to go as they wish, but where are they going to go, and how are they going to get there at this point?
Good point.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We could also make her regret it. Maybe she doesn't wish this. It's a big if.
Yeah, I think bottom line, got to gather up the folks who ain't oathbound and go and talk to the boss about, we're in a weird spot.
They're under no obligation to help us.
I didn't say that. I didn't say there was. I was just saying, I think, those of you who made oaths in a trickier position. Those who didn't, we're definitely going to try and help them first and foremost because they ain't got no business being down here.
I'd definitely break your oath if I was you. Because that was...
Which would also put me exactly here.
Well, no, because they lied to you. I guess I don't know.
It's hard to know.
Yeah.
If you don't remember your oath, it's hard to say what happened.
I know my oath. out of game. Don't make me come up with some bullshit on the fly here, guys. Please.
Because I'll learn the hell out of this.
Yeah. But as you guys are having this argument and it's starting to reach like a bit of a pitch, you guys hear what sounds like an ungodly, like think the T-Rex sound from Jurassic Park, but you're hearing it from, probably like a quarter mile away.
I go out to the window, or I climb up the beanstalk so I can see out over the top of the tower.
You don't see anything as you look out, except Miggy, as you do that, you see that the ground suddenly and precipitously drops off at the edge, and there seems to be a couple of giant hooks hooked onto the side of the cliff that weren't there before.
Hey guys, I think they've attached hooks to the ends of the city, so either there's a giant beast or they're gonna like move the city. So we gotta make.
They've been moving it. Yeah, they've been moving it. I saw when I was out there. They're moving
Miggy,
it.
give me another perception check, real quick. Yeah.
11, not great.
You see groups of devils running towards those hooks and starting to climb down them. Armed devil foot soldiers starting to, climb what looks like grab onto the hook and start climbing down and going down beyond the line of your vision.
Okay, we gotta go figure out what's going on, and we gotta get these people out of here right now.
Yeah, but to where?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay. I'm just saying, man. Let's go. I just don't know you had ideas.
Do you want to go face first in the river Styx?
No, we ain't doing that.
Okay, well then let's go.
Yeah, okay.
What if we break the hooks? They're pulling us in with hooks. Go break some hooks.
Yeah, we can do that.
How big are these hooks?
Fucking huge.
Let's go take a look.
Yeah.
We'll go see if I can engineer some shit.
All right. So as you go back, first off, Tony, you take everybody around to where you were before, and you guys take a look at these hooks. These hooks are of a metal the likes of which you have never seen before, and they bear runes, infernal runes that Casan, as you are looking at this, they are
bear runes, bear everything.
They are radiating power at a level that you have never before witnessed. These are like positively glowing red in your eyes, Casan. To everybody else, they just look like relatively smooth black, like cold metal hooks that are about the size of, they're fucking huge. And as you go, you do see more devils running past you, and you look over the edge, and as you look down, you see that a rift has opened up just above the river Styx, and pouring out of it appear to be parties of demons. And as you look, another rift is a few hundred yards down one direction, another rift elsewhere, and the devils are lining up and getting into formation and engaging they are getting in a nice tight 300 style formation at the Battle of Thermopylae. And they're engaging as these demon forces are just ceaselessly pouring out. It looks like these guys are going to be engaged for the moment. Otherwise,
that's a distraction.
Yeah,
we could probably use that.
All right. Well, I think we're going to leave it on that ominous note because
there's a party and Vicki can't come to it, so that's just we got to make sure we're ready.
Yeah, exactly. I want Vicki to be able to chip in on this going forward here. I don't want her feeling too left out. So
absolutely.
Yeah. She's walking forward going like, all right, who's got the hair of the dog? Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, my bling.
Who needs to lose their head?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, who needs to lose a head? So I'm saying, you took my Malo, and now I'm back, and now you got to learn the whole fuck around, find out quotient. Okay? Okay.
I mean, it's facts. It's facts. Yep. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, we'll go on ahead and call it there for tonight. So we'll be picking.
I can't wait to hear you guys say "do Miggy" at some point.
Oh yeah. Guys, hey guys. Shut up, Miggy.
I feel like maybe there's like some somebody kind of religiously important over here that we should I don't know, like maybe be respectful to, that maybe like means a lot to some people. That I mean I like to think that, but I don't know, but we should maybe be respectful.
There's a reason why Paul got cast the most expensive project they've ever produced.
There you go. Nailed it. Alrighty, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and call it there for tonight. So thank you all so much for joining in, tuning in with us this evening. Hope you enjoyed this. I know that I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Until then, and we'll be back next Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Until then, be good to yourselves, be good to others, and have a great week. And roll them 20s. Good night, all.